And
The hunt begins.
Your team is banning.
a really, really interesting game for you guys. It is Chore Esports versus Team Nirvana. And on the left side, we have Team
I will
Nirvana
protect
with the
you.
first
Your team is banning.
Ruby, with Chore Esports responding with the Lolita. Both really solid drafts. And I am your caster Baldudu, joined by my co-caster on this casting desk, Silverhawk. And Silver, it's great to have you here, man. And how do you feel about this game? Are you excited? Are you hyped?
That's yep. I'm totally hyped over those two. This match, like the Nirvana versus the
Still
Chori
waters
Sports.
run deep.
Because I knew,
Your
I mean,
team
the
is
few of the people,
banning.
like the players, like the Vissal, the Roystra, the Anti, Anicuti, and the other people. But we're not going to talk about. Let's
Gaze
just
the
dive right onto the
stars
game.
and
Like
Your
seek
team
your
is
on the
path.
side
banning.
of Nirvana, they have the first pick. So I think the Ruby ban, I think it's kind of sus ban, but whatever it is, I think the mind games are just popping out of nowhere. But we can also see like there's a Louis ban coming around to the side of Chori Sports. The Dino just banning out the Louis. I think it's a respect
And
ban
yeah,
towards
man,
the Ice Cube.
exactly. Ice Cube is one of the top low E players on the server, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, that's true.
And
That's
yeah,
true.
so we have superlative from Eden Zero. You have a really, you have a really good quality of players from both sides. Both
Butterflies
most
born
players
by thy
either
Your
wish,
team
verifying right
is
now,
banning.
guided
they have
by
verified
lantern's
before,
light.
or they've just ranked really consistently high throughout the seasons. Well known names in the community, not committee, my bad, in the community. And we're going into the draft. The last ban from Nirvana side in the first drafting phase was the Zuzhan. And meanwhile, I don't think
My
you
mission
have
is to protect
the
lives.
Your
chip is still
team is
open for both
picking.
sides because Hylos has been taken out. Hylos and his glorious pathway were gloriously removed from this land of dawn. They're not gonna step foot into this match, at least these six players, these six heroes. And with the first pick for Ice Cube,
Feed,
he is
Your
destroy,
instantly
team is
locked at
picking.
Zask,
conquer.
swapped it over to Chota Beam, who will probably playing the mid lane for them. Surprisingly, I expected Ice Cube would probably be the mage for them, but maybe the Zask is going gold lane. You know,
はやぶさ
we see
Yep,
参上
yep.
interesting. We don't know.
Yep, and also as you said, the Zask was open, and also I have to just mark you on that one because the Roger is still open. I think the Vissal or the side of Chori Sports, I think it is the time for them to prioritize the Roger pick right now. If they don't, I think the Roger pick will just go into the hands of Nirvana, which they possibly don't want. So it's good to just prioritize the Roger. They could actually work it on onto the gold lane. What do you think though?
Exactly, that Roger is a really flexible pick, but actually now
It's
he
time
will
to
be
go to the
forced onto
RFD
gold. And
show
Your
for
team
some
they
is
left
banning.
the
fun.
chip, the Roger, and the Terizla Yuzong for a Lilia. But it is not a bad option. Maybe they don't want to force these meta picks. They have some kind of game plan in mind. Because
I'm
Lilia
in,
is
and
really
I
good
won't lose
against
myself,
Zask.
no matter
Because unlike
what.
most mages who get stuck when Zask suddenly ults you, Lilia can just pop her black shoes and escape this fight. Meanwhile, that Roger, which we were worried about, is being hovered over. I think
Lightning reveals all.
no,
Your team is
the Roger will
picking.
not be seen in this game, at least from the side of Nirvana, because they have locked in the gold laner and the jungler. So unless this Roger is going roam or EXP, we will not be seeing him from the side of Nirvana at least.
Yep.
Meanwhile, this chip still open, man. The chip is open. The Kufra is open. You have the Terizla open. You have Edith open. You have so many EXP lane options. And both of them didn't contest the Rome or EXP at all, which is surprising. Usually you
Who
see people
said there are
fight
no
for that Rome.
shortcuts in
Your
And
life?
right
team
as we
I
is
speak,
literally
any
banning.
QT
invented
does
one.
not hesitate any longer. Chori Sport does not want to wait for the second draft and risk it being banned. And they have
Light me up
secured
and
this
watch the
Your
portal
team
world
is
monkey.
banning.
burn!
So the chip, like one uses his portals to travel the land of dawn, and the other one, Yin, kidnaps them into
Your
this
10
team
domain.
is
years
banning.
So,
of
what do you think, man?
imprisonment.
Like, who's gonna be that deciding factor from these three picks at least? Who's gonna give that difference? Because we have
Um,
three really.
True love
If you look onto
Your
the both
team is
drafts, from
banning.
the side of Chore Esports, I think they have a solid meta picks. Like there's Hayabusa, there's Chip, but onto the left side, the Nirvana, they have picked Yin. I mean, they have Lilia, and I don't think the Yin will be able to target that Lilia when she has the black shoes. But perhaps, what if the Yin is a really experienced player? Like the main players, those players are actually really pro into just dragging them into the domain and just finishing them off without any hesitation. And also, they have Zask to give a proper match to match 1v1 against that Lilia. So it's going to be really competitive onto the mid lane as well. The mage just casually poking either of them. The spawn of the Zask will actually melt down at Lilia. But Lilia has that bombs to poke him back. Like, just go back into your turret, like, man.
Chivalry is dead,
Your
and
team is
I will
picking.
revive
And
it.
dude, the thing is, like you mentioned, if it's a really people say OTP in like a negative in a
Let
trolling
them
way that
play the
yeah that guy's a
hero.
one trick,
Your
but I don't
team
see it
Be
as
is
the
an
picking.
insult
truth
because
this world
if you're
desperately
that good at that one
needs.
hero that you can counter your counters, you can turn the whole game around. People ban that hero after losing to you a single game afterwards. I think that's a sign of respect, and I would rather have a one trick in my team for one role rather than have a person who has a mastery in five heroes but does not perform in lane or on their role. So yeah, you should not fear the guy who's practiced, 9,000 different kicks, but that same kick 9,000 times. And I hope Ice Cube on this Yin can show us such a performance. Meanwhile, on the bans, you've seen Terizla picked off. They basically both sides had the EXP and Roam left. So they're restricting the both sides. And a marksman on the side of Chore Esports actually, not Rome. EXP and marksman. So a EXP and a
I, the
marksman
priestess
ban.
of
On
primal
the
light,
opposite
may
Your
side,
serve you,
team
the
is
EXP
hunter
picking.
of
and a
all
Rome
the
ban.
evil
A
gods.
good mirroring from both sides. They're playing to their strengths. And Azu and Demon Stage Tyrant Ru have finished the side of Nirvana's draft with a Minotaur and an Edith. You have a Primal Rage, you have a Minion Fury, you have a lot of angry heroes, man, in the side of
Murder's my
Nirvana.
life.
You have Zask, the planet destroying spawn. You have Leslie, the bounty hunter. You have this Yin. You don't. It's a really aggressive comp, and I guess maybe we'll be seeing an aggressive gameplay from them, hopefully.
Yeah, that's true. Like the drafts have been completed, and the like I have to really mark on you that one. Like as you mentioned that the Tesla is open, the edit is still open, and I think they like listen to your thoughts. Like it was like it's never too late to pick it, and they that demon sage tyrant too, and he actually prioritized that edit onto the last pick. I think it was some kind of mind games because he didn't want to pick the EXP earlier so that the Nirvana would pick a counter against him, but never mind, it is what it is.
And Visal is the jungler for Chore Esports. Ice Cube on that Yin mirroring him. So
Welcome to
let's see.
MOBA Legends!
We jump right into the land of Dawn.
5 seconds till the
Players moving
enemy
into their
reaches the
lanes. The
battlefield.
junglers rushing towards
Smash
their
them!
buffs. And
All troops
Hayabusa, as
deployed!
usual, instantly rushes for his blue. Yin having the support of two really tanky heroes to help him with his lane phase, with his farming phase. Meanwhile, this Harith versus Leslie, both are, Leslie has that range advantage, and Harith can't aim his S2 if Leslie, stealths on time. And who do you think is gonna win that laning phase? At least if it's pure one is one v one, like who will be winning this lane?
Onto the gold side, I would like to say the Leslie have a lot poke than Harit, I would say, because the lethal shots have a bigger range than the synchro fission coming in from that Harit, which takes a small range, but also we can't say about that. But the poke from Leslie could be devastating.
Exactly, that true aim offered, like it actually ignores Harith's shield, so Harith has to be careful when he is diving in. Meanwhile, on the bot side, I actually want to see this clash between the EXP lanes, but as we go, we see this chip running towards the top, man. Will we be seeing a play? And Flicker popped out by Superlative as he's forced to disengage. Meanwhile, right as we speak, Ice Cube kidnaps Roystra into his jungle, his domain, and he is stuck there. He is going in, and we see and two people fall from the sides of Chore Esport in the early game to the Yin and his team. And I think that was a poor decision. Like, if you don't have that vision on that Yin, you should not be taking fights in the open. leaving your squishies exposed like that. And Roystar and Anicutie paid for that mistake.
That's true. Yen was ready with this farm. Like, also, meanwhile, looking onto the top side, the flicker was baited. Like, I have to agree on that one. The flicker was forced to use out from Leslie, but she wasn't hesitant to use the flicker because she knows, like, if I get caught up, I'm totally dead. And also, did you see that Yen, like, just going on to that instant blast and using the domain and securing the kill onto that Harith right away?
Exactly. And the thing was, Anicutie came back right after play. But meanwhile, on this
Looking on to the turtle, we can see the both the teams are going for the contest, but look at that huge of the turtle as we see off on the side of Chori Sports, the Hayabusa, and meanwhile looking on to the Mitre now has been used from Yin, and the instant blast coming in from that Yin is giving a lot of damage onto that chip. I think it's going to be a brawl, but never mind. The chip escapes at real low HP. Onward charge has been used from Edith and securing the double kill. The portal was used right away, but did not do enough damage to get someone. But oh my god, that Yujong coming back onto that portal and giving a lot of damage to the Petrify plays. What a beautiful setup from that Dino, Yujong. And also we can see the Demon High Tyrant too. Like he was giving a lot of vision as well as the CC with the Primal Raj, like the Primal Wrath coming in from her. And we can see the Hayabusa actually secured the turtle, but I think he died into the process.
and yeah, man, like that was quite interesting from the side. That Yuzong's portal play was not something either you or I expected at such low HP. That was a really risky play, but NX Dino has played that Yuzong off perfectly, paired off with that Petrify.
That's absolutely right. Like, then also look at the both the roamers. They're just poking each other with the charge coming in from that chip. He's just giving a lot of vision as well as he gets some movement speed. Then he just uses the S1, smashes down his portal or whatever thing is, and he just gives a lot of stun within his next basic attack. And we can see both the junglers. I think they're just going for the farm. And if we look on to the Hayabusa, I think he wants to go for the Leslie. I think he should because if he doesn't then in the late game, it will be a really problem. But meanwhile, looking on to that Minotaur. It was a lot of poke coming in from that Lilia as well as that chip onto that Minotaur. I think they're going for the top fours, but Zask is going to rotate onto the top lane. It's going to be like 3v4 situation at this point. And we can see the Harith and that Lilia, they're not even hesitating to go inside. I think the quad shadow will most probably used to the Leslie, I think so, but I think so it will be used in a really possible situation. The portal has been used up from the chip. The Nightmare Expound has been used up to give a lot of damage. Its chip falls into the hands of Zask. Superlative extremely low, and I think he also falls into the hands of that Dino. The Yujong, he's playing his cards through perfectly. We can see that Harith, I think he wants to go for the kill for the more, but the turret, and meanwhile, looking on the turtle, the Ice Cube has secured the turtle without any hesitation, and looking on the bot side, going to the brawl coming in from that Yuzong versus that Edith, and most probably he secures the kill out with that Edith.
And dude, this Yuzong is going crazy right now. Look at that. He's picked up a lot towards that fight. Picks the kill on that board, baits out the now and secures the bot turret. NX Dino on 401. He is absolutely dominating right now.
Also, moving on to the mid lane, I think they want to go for the mid tier contest as well, but they're like 3 people into the mid game. It's if the Hayabusa most probably goes for the mid tier, but it won't probably get him. But look at that Roystar, he's just getting poked away. But the chip, he wants to go for the kill. The Nightmare Spawn has been used up from Zask. I think it was a bit too aggressive to go inside, but if he uses it again, the sniper shots giving a lot of vision to that Leslie. The Hayabusa should most probably go, but the Ogi Shadowkin has been used up from the type, so will not take enough damage to go. Oh my god! He just goes for overextension and will be punished for what he did. But the Harith takes the kill onto that Minotaur. The Roystar is just absolute insane onto that Harith. He just not care about his life. He just wants to kill. But the Mitre now has been used from Yin and he will be punished with the domain. Meanwhile, looking on to the, I think the turtle will spawn onto the next 30 seconds. Like both the junglers, I think they just should just go for the farming back. But if you see like onto the mid tier force, they just went in like onto the full commit. They didn't even care about anything. They just wanted that objective and they secured how the way they want. And also the Yin, I think he's just playing too aggressive. He's just patiently waiting for someone to come so that he'll just use the instant blast and the combo so that he could take him in the domain and just finish him off. And also like if the Lilia didn't have the black shoes, I think she would be dead if she goes inside the domain of that Yin. We can see the Visal. I think he should just go for the farm back and rotate onto the top lane. But moving on to the bot lane, there's a brawl coming in against that Yuzhong as well as that Edith. The Primal Wrath has been used up. It's like 2v1 situation at that point, but the Warcry is giving a lot of damage to that Yuzhong. Black Dragon form has been used up. It most probably is going to be the kill onto that Edith, but the onward charge has been used up from that Edith to escape from a really dire position. I think the lethal shots, they were giving a lot of damage. And meanwhile, oh my god, the ultimate domain has been used up from that Yin. I think Harit will most probably follow. He's trying his best to survive and kill him in his own domain. Oh my god, what a beautiful play coming in from that Royster. And meanwhile, the turtle has been secured from the side of Chor Esports. I think since they got this third turtle as well, I think they should just just freeze the lanes and at least like do not give any farm to the Nirvana because there's Leslie. Meanwhile, looking on to the team fights, the Minotaur is way too aggressive. I think he'll just get poked off. The Nightmare Spawn has been used up from that Zast to give a lot of damage. But looking on to the damage, the blue, he's taking a lot of damage, but isn't enough damage to either bait his black shoes or either his life. Looking on to the top tier, the tier 2 has been followed off from them. And meanwhile, the mid tier, there's absolutely no one into the mid tier. Like, they're just leaving the mid tier because they know if they don't, like, they'll just force it off and get it as much as they want. You can see the Yin's position. Like, the Yin's position is way too aggressive. If he falls off in the hands of someone, I think it's going to be really brutal. I'm going to see what's going to happen. The Ogi Shadow Kill has been used up, but it ends up getting bouncing onto that minions. Like, looking onto the mid side, they should just patiently wait for the Lord. But what do you think about this, Baldu?
And dude, Silver, I'm not even getting a chance to speak with how much action is happening on this field. That Yuzong has been popping off, Royster making a miraculous comeback after having a weak start early game. Remember we spoke about how Leslie did not hesitate to use that no option but to use that because he's getting off Royster once again. And final spot alone is black for the domain in a shutdown being taken and he couldn't ult away.
That's absolutely right. And the onward from that Edith, I think he just wants to pick as much as skills as possible. But look at the quad shot onto that Yin, but isn't much damage to take that Yin off. I think that Hayabusa, the Visal, he's just trying to give a lot. Oh my god, that hope and the burst coming onto that Yin is absolutely brutal.
That's fish combo with that Lily right now. He's getting his damage. Has no matter for the was all forced to back off. Yuzong and this Hayabusa ended up not getting to pick up any scraps as a good amount of farm has been given over. Right as we speak, and I know gets caught out by picked off in this fight.
Oh my god, it's hard to say what's going to happen right now, but Lord goes into the hands of Ice Cube. Again, he's trying his best to, carry his carry his teammates because the Mitre now is really coming handy to kill that Lilia, either the Hayabusa or that Harit. And I think he's targeting Harit really hard. And oh my god, that Visal, I think he just went too deep. Like the Glowing One's passive isn't enough to kill him, but it was way too overextension. What do you think, though, Baldu? Okay, never mind. Let's just focus on to the Lord. The Lord is just going to focus onto the mid lane. I think all the five people are still there to, just defend the waves as much as possible. Looking on to the bush and the camps coming in from both of the teams. Like, they're like three people waiting patiently to come someone over into the bush and they just gank him. Oh my god, the portal as well as the Minotaur's ultimate has been used up along with the Zast's ultimate. It's going to be the mega kill for the superlative. And Blue just casually revenging his team. Like, it's going to be the double kill and the shutdown for that Harit. most probably it's going to be the wipeout, but no, it's going to be like 4-for-1 trade. It's really insane. Like how they even defended the Lord. It's like four people against one. How is able the Chota Bheem will be able to defend this minion wave coming in from the mid lane? I think it was a really bad decision for them to just blindly go inside and just get
Exactly.
themselves off.
It was a poor choice, poor decision making. But right now, he still has his ultimate is also not even back yet. Will this Zast be able to defend in time? Is his ultimate come back? He has his team coming back. Minotaur there. He has to flicker out immediately because of damage. It is walking into the primal alt on. She picks up the Hayabusa. Killing spree taken by the Lilia, but the shutdown taken by the shutdown on blue taken up by Ian with that domain. Excellent timing. And right now, Dino popping his Black Dragon form, trying to do as much damage as possible, zoning them out. But he's gonna get picked off, and Annie is all alone. It's 3 versus 2. It ended up becoming a 1v5 versus a 5v5, which was not in the favor of Team Chori Sports. Despite the same number of people falling for both sides, you have both the carry roles staying alive on favor of Nirvana, with only Roystar and Anicuti staying up. And we got lucky over there that the minions were crashing down towards Nirvana and not in their favor. And right as we speak, Anicuti trying to give another dive, his portal online, a beautiful amount of damage being given, and Superlative finally falls through Blue and Harith's efforts. Primal Wrath being popped, but he instantly gets shredded by the damage this Harith is giving. There is not enough magic defense on this field. It is just Ice Cube and Chota Beam against the world. It is a 5v3, but he has his teammate Minotaur back into this fight. And now it is 5 people marching down this mid lane inhibitor. It is a Nightmare 6 spawn popped. Hayabusa using his OG Shadow kill. Chota Beam gets stun locked. Vishal hitting the base, and it is all over as. Oh no, he picks up a kill. Can he take the defense? Can he make. No, he cannot, as there's a single minion left, which is enough to reduce the turret's defense. And with that, Chor Esports takes home game 1
Victory!
against Nirvana. An absolutely dominant showing. It's a great effort from Chota Beam and Superlative, but that draft of Chori Sports is what got them this win. Nirvana was committing way too much onto a single hero, and they paid the price for it, as they did not have enough AoE. Because Minotaur does not sync with any of these heroes that they're drafting. Because Mino is an AoE hero, but Leslie and Zask both do single target damage. So I guess that was an issue. At the same time, Ice Cube kind of disappears from the match when he, takes someone into his domain. So I guess that was the gap in the draft, Silver. Do you think it's just the draft, or was it another element too?
I mean, for me, like the team fights were the most to just give them the win because if you see from the mid tier, if they didn't have just went for that Lord push, they just went for the team fight because they knew like if they will win, they were just really confident on that. But they just got backfire with it because the Harith on to the Zaman force and just he's just casually using the synchro wave like the dash to just give a lot of damage onto that Zask, onto that Leslie as well as that Yin. He couldn't even get a kill on anyone. The Yin was just patiently waiting for someone to come in the bush, but he couldn't even do that. And also from the chip, what a beautiful engages from him, like the portals, the stuns, the CCs, everything was too perfect for himself to handle from the side of Team Nirvana. But that Yin, I think he got really, literally overconfident on that pick. What do you think, though?
Exactly, man. It was the draft gap. It was that execution gap. The EXP was an absolute dominant factor in the early game domination. Because if it was not for NX Dino making those plays in the early game, shutting down everybody on the side of Nirvana, making those beautiful plays with the portal, he was using that portal, going back out to his own lane, winning his lane, and again going back, man. So kudos to him. He got them that win. And viewers, please be patient. Please share the stream, like, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned. We will be back within just 2 minutes. Thank you for your patience. Hello.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the match number two in this exciting best of three between teams Chore Esports and Nirvana. And this is me, your caster
My
Sarah,
mission is to
joined by my
protect
Your
co-caster
team
lives.
is
Leon. So
banning.
Leon, please go ahead.
Okay, so here we can see that the both of the teams. I don't know. Like I wasn't really watching the last match, but I, as if our friend Baldo said,
Where
like
there is
it was
light,
the Harriet
there
Your
who
are
gave a
team
lot
also
of
is
problems
banning.
shadows.
to
Who said there are
the
no
opponent
shortcuts
team.
in
So
Your
I
life?
guess
team
they
I
is
should be
literally
banning.
prioritizing the
invented
Harriet. But
one.
I can see this Lolita and the Louis getting banned from the blue side, and I can see this Chip and Hylos getting banned from the red side. What do you think they should prioritize this time?
Yeah, as far as I can say, the Lolita and the Louis are pretty much target bans towards
Butterflies
Ice Cube
born
and
by
Your
thy
Azu.
team
They
wish,
are
is
well
banning.
known for
guided
wreaking
by
havoc in
lantern's light.
ranks as well in
The
the
hunt
entire Mumbai server with
begins.
those picks.
Your
Meanwhile,
team is
the
picking.
Ruby and the Chip, we saw how deadly the Chip was in the previous game, and the Ruby is another target ban towards the EXP laner of Shore Esports.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And now we are going for the picks, and we can see
Your team
Destroy
no
is
braining
picking.
and
and
just picking this
conquer.
Zask. I guess that's a pretty no-brainer pick here because the Zask is pretty OP in the current meta in the mid lane. Or I saw a lot of players picking Zask in a gold lane too because of his more targeting and the sustain he can get from his ult
It's
is
time
like
to go to the RT
pretty OP.
show
You
for
can
some
play it as any
fun.
laner for in the current meta, and I can see this Lilia getting picked from the Chota Bhim. I guess a Lilia could be a really big asset to the game if she can take out the early game. And I guess they
I
will be
see
picking the
lots of
Roger too.
prey.
And yeah, they
Your
have a
team
real
is
nice
picking.
early game in this picks. So let's see what the blue team has in their mind to counter their draft.
Yes, exactly. Superlative on that, Roger. We're gonna have to wait and see
Fame,
how
a
good
flashy
or
accompaniment.
how bad he actually performs in this match because I have
Let
not
them
seen
play the
him play that
hero.
Roger for a long
Your
I
time
will
team
now.
be the
is
The
picking.
truth
Chota
this
beam on that
world
Lilia is
desperately
one threat
needs.
to look out for. Blue sticking with the Just pick, probably gonna prioritize turrets this game as well. While NX Dino sticks to his signature Yuzhong and Vasal. After a long time, he is on that link. His link is something to watch out for in this game at least.
And yeah, actually, as I say in every single match, if there is a Ling, it's like it's not OP because of the damage, it's OP because of the mobility and the splitting abilities of the Ling. And his ult, obviously, because
I'm
he can
Yin,
just get
and I
immune and
won't lose
Your
escape
myself,
team is
the
no
team
matter
banning.
fight,
what.
or maybe can get the backliners too. And I can see Ice Cube picking that Yin. Okay, I don't really know about. I'm not really particularly sure about the Yin pick because there is a Ling, there is a Dragon, there is a Zask, and I'm not really sure about it. But maybe he knows his hero's mechanics pretty good, and then he can just give the output that we are looking for.
Yes, Ice Cube is going to stick to that Yin pick. He does play that hero pretty well, and we are going to have to wait and see how much he can catch up with his team because last game he did underperform a
Magic
bit.
is
So
my
we're gonna have to
life.
wait
Your
and see
team is
how he
banning.
manages to pick himself up.
Light
Meanwhile,
me
they are
up
going
and
ahead with
Your
that
watch the
Harriet
team
ban
is
because
flames
we
banning.
saw
burn.
in the last game how annoying that Harriet was. Early game, sure, the Yin managed to take him out in before the team fights, but in the late game, that enhanced basic attack damage from the Harriet was way too much for any of Team Nirvana to handle. Meanwhile, we can see that Team Chore Esports has banned out on their export, so that leaves the side of Team Nirvana to pick up a pretty tanky EXP lane, which is needed because they do not have a frontliner as of now. What do you think the next bans are going to be?
I like for now I can see this Hylos is open, the Teresla is open, and I don't really sure. Maybe the team Jory Sports will ban this Hylos. Maybe they will ban this Teresla, but I
Chivalry
don't
is
really
dead,
know about
Your
the
and I
team
Nirvana.
will
is
And I guess
banning.
fight.
they are just banning out a marksman. Okay, Clint ban will I can consider it a really nice ban because in the from the mid phases, Glit can give a really unsustainable damage to the squishes and to the tanky EXPs and the tanks. So I guess it was a really nice ban because they have still have to pick their EXP while the Chore Esports already picked their EXP as a dragon.
Yes, exactly. The Clint band was a pretty smart band coming out from the side of Team Nirvana. Meanwhile, the
Your
Ami
team
Cutie
is
here, he's
picking.
banned out on that Terizla. He knows how good Tyrant Ru is
I am not the
on
only
that
one
with
Your
bound
team
by
is
Terizla,
these
but
picking.
now
chains.
they are here with the Phobius pick. They are going to have to use up that tankiness to soak in Yuzhong's damage as well as deal out a lot of damage, especially with that vengeance. Meanwhile, Team Chori Sports here hovering over that Akai pick to pin down the Yin and the Roger in between team fights, and probably a very strong DPS MM such as the Moskov Claude or even the Nathan here, because they for now they only have one source of magic damage.
Seeking to
And but no,
devour
they
your
will be locking in onto
souls.
that Moscow. They're gonna look out for that late game damage. They're gonna look out with the Jask and the as well as
May the blood of my enemies flow from
Your
my
team
spear.
is picking.
here was picked up in the EXP lane by the side of Team Chori Sports. What do you have to say about that, Leon?
Well, a Mincetar can be a really nice pick here because they have this Phobius who's just way too dependent on his skills of dashing. Not dashing. Actually, no. I'm really sorry about it. Like Phobius is just jumping. I'm not really sure. Does Mincetar's ult cancel Phobius ult? I have to just see in the match, I guess. And I can see this Moskov pick,
Horology is
and
my
for some
craft.
reason,
Diggy is my name.
I feel like Nathan was a better choice here because Moskov has a really low range compared to a Nathan and a Claude. And uh, for this Phobius and this Lilia, if they can get onto that Moskov, it would be a really easy kill onto him. And but there is their team to protect that Moskov to, like there is a dragon, there is a Mincetar, and that Digi was a really nice pick coming from Azu that can just immune the Mincetar assault. That will be the big threat for them. And for now, we'll just go to the loading screen here and just check the emblems of the teams.
Yes,
I guess
and for everyone's information, Azu here has been a global diggy. She is very, very good on that hero. So we're gonna head on to the land of dawn, everyone. We are into the second game. The
5
match
seconds till
has
the enemy
begun the
reaches the
battle to
battlefield.
secure a spot
Smash
into
them.
the top 16. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share the stream with your friends because we have even bigger squads playing up next on us. And here for this match, we can see that standard rotations are going to be coming in by both the teams. Yin starting in from the blue buff and Ling from his red. Both the teams probably gonna make a rotation towards the goal lane. Leon, please carry on.
like from the early stages of the match, it's like it will be a really slow-paced game. But I think the Moscow is having a little problem in the lane because of this Roger. Because Roger has this early game damage, so he will be kind of harassing this Roger in the laning phase. And on top of that, they have this Diggy, and we know like a Diggy in a gold lane that's a really annoying comp. And we can see like both of the junglers are going to be level 4, and I can see they will be cranking the top lane. I guess we will see a early crank on the top lane, but I'm not really sure which team is gonna win. And I can see this Yin gets stunned from the Diggy will be going down, and first got getting the kill onto that Yin. Okay, that crank surely goes to the team Chori Sports, and okay, that was a really big advantage for this for the team Nirvana.
Absolutely well said there, Leon. That was an excellent stun coming in out from the Minstar and the Moscow. They got that early advantage. Diggy, with that revitalize spell, she will be weak in the early game because she does not have any kind of mobility, and the Moscow can just keep reusing his stun and his damage because of his passive. Meanwhile, here Team Chori Sports on a major 1k goal lead under the 3-minute mark, and they will be moving towards the turtle now. Ling, though, he is invading onto that Yin's blue buff, completely unaware of that Yin. He was on the goal lane. He did manage to secure a kill onto that Moscow, but it is Team Chor Esports who are going to secure a kill onto that turtle uncontested.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. And it was a free turtle and a free blue buff for the Link. And even though Moscow went down, I don't think he will be losing that much of gold because his gold tower is still up and he is already back in lane. And Roger couldn't clear the minions, even though he was trying to clear the minions from the back side of the turret. And I can see Mincetar is already level 4. And while Diggy is still in level, okay, no, Diggy is still, oh, Diggy is also level 4. Nice fucking call from the Mincetar. Diggy using his time journey, but saving his team. Zaz popping his ult, but I don't think anyone will go down. But the two ults of the tanks will be melted.
Yes, absolutely. One of the more neutral team fights in this game for now, and as we can see, there are constant gangs onto that goal lane. Lilia, though she is sharing Roger's goal, but onto the EFP lane, though we can see Phobius managed a solo kill that Yuzhong after using up his vengeance, which is a very, very good point for the side of Team Nirvana, because if that Phobius manages to pick up on his items and just sandbag the damage coming in from the side of Team Chor Esports, that could be a major win condition for the side of Team Nirvana.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And while we speak about this focus, I can see that Roger is having some problem in the gold lane while Moscow is taking the tower, and there is this link trying to zone. And I guess Moscow will not take that much of gold from the tower. And I can see this Phobius hovering over this mid lane, but I guess he will be forced back to go to his lane. I can still see they are just trying to take a crank in the gold, but Link don't have his blue anymore. I think they will not crank because the turtle is coming up and Link don't have his buff.
Yeah, they're gonna play it safe for now, and as we can see here, Jin is gonna try and farm up because Visal does have that level advantage over the Ling. Blue and Anicuti here in the mid lane, they're gonna play it safe and wait up for their jungler to move towards the turtle. Both teams are gonna try and contest the turtle in this game because all four members from the side of Team Nirvana are already zoning out that turtle. Roger also rotating towards the turtle but unaware of Moskov. But Moskov, he does have his ultimate to just teleport on towards that objective just when he wants it. Visal has started on that turtle. Black Dragon Crown of Caesar keeps calling me used up. Time's Journey was also used up to counter everything in that team fight, but it is Team Chor Esports who actually had the better outcome, but he didn't manage to secure a kill onto that Yuchang inside of his domain. Jask being a casualty as well, and Annie Cutie was taken down, but Azu, the only casualty from the side of Team Nirvana. That time's journey was excellently timed, and that was the win condition in that team fight because Team Nirvana managed to secure the hurdle as well as 2 kills on their side from the side of Team Chor Esports.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And while they were fighting for the turtle, I can see that Moscow taking down the mid, like the top turret, and that was, I can say, it will not affect that much because the goal lead is still on the side of Chor Esports. Even if it's just 1k, it's still 1k is does matter in a team fight and in solo killing someone. And I can see this Phobius actually low-key doing a really great job of zoning them and poking and going to the back line.
Yep, exactly as you mentioned, Team Nirvana seems to be making somewhat of a comeback. They have swapped out their lanes, but as we can see in the bot lane, Moscow playing it really, really safe. Nikki there providing the perfect vision with her bombs on towards in the bushes. Roger has the advantage here right now because but looking at the gold difference, it is actually Moscow who has 500 gold lead in comparison to that Roger who has already made up his Sky Piercer and will be waiting up for his Windtalker next. And as we can see, there is a possible gank towards the bot lane. Link camping out in that bush is trying to pick up on the squishies, and he will try to engage on that Lilia, who was just too scared and baited out the magic shoes. Meanwhile, in the bot lane under the turret, we can see Ice Cube security kill onto that Ani Cutie. Time's journey was used up while Wiggins calling was also used up, and Chasky using his ultimate to secure a kill on to Azu, and it will be Yin who manages to back off with both teams securing a kill each while Team Chori Sports secures the turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, that was a really nice ult. Like, I can say this Mincitar is playing really good. Like, the ult that he is giving is really something that you don't want to mess with. And I can see the Phobius going in with the ultimate, but Moscow will be able to back down. And that was a really three-man parry from the Yuzong, and that's a really nice. But the Moscow is still low, kind of, and he will be back. But still, Yuzong managing to secure the kill onto this Fovius. And while we are talking about the lane, Ling is taking down the mid, and while the at the same time the CN took down the top turret too. And I guess like it's going really nice fair trades from both of the teams. Like if you're losing one turret, like you are losing one, they're losing one. You are getting the turtle, or you're getting the buffs, and they're getting your buffs. And okay, that's something that you don't see in every match.
Yes, that is exactly what I mentioned. They're perfectly mirroring the rotations in this game, though it is Team Chori Sports who has the mid lane tier 1 advantage right now. But as we can see, the Team Nirvana is also keeping up with the goal lead. It's little around 3k in the advantage of Team Chori Sports now, and Moscow is the one with the second highest, but it is actually Ling with a 202 KD and a 143 gold bounty on him, who is the highest farman. And there you can see an engage in the middle lane. King's calling the use of Tempest of Blaze been used up. Yin takes Ling into this domain and might be securing the kill just now. And yes, he mega kill for that Ling. And it's Dino in the middle lane securing a kill onto that Corvus who was too far back, and both teams securing a kill, 2 kills in fact for the side of Team Nirvana, and they will be backing off for now.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. I can see like there is team fight happening like in every lane, both top, mid. I guess like whenever and wherever they're getting a chance or getting someone, they're like, no, no, we are gonna fight. And both of the teams they are having a really nice backup from their teams, and we can see really nice fights and really nice rotations coming on from both of the teams. And while our dragon is there, and okay, the dragon is in trouble. Will he be able to survive? But I don't think so. And Poby is taking down dragon. Okay, that was something really unexpected for the dragon, because he was expecting them to be there in the top lane while the Moscow was pushing the tower. But no, they were in the camping in the bot, and they will take down his dragon. And while he was taken down, his team manages to secure a turret on the top lane. It's like complete mirror rotations. And while we talk about it, a King's Call being used from this Mincetar, and Roger will fall down. Ling using the Tempest of Blades. Will he be able to secure a kill? Oh, okay, a double kill from this Zaz. Or maybe it will be a triple kill, but no, Revital is being used from this Diggy and saving this Fovius. And the Fovius getting, oh my god, this Fovius, he just outplayed that Link so bad. And while the Yin got the time to come and take secure the kill onto this Link.
That that is exactly what I mentioned in the draft and in the early phase as well. That if the Phobius just manages to farm up enough and keep up with his items, he's going to be a major threat for the side of Team Chori Sports, because he has the tankiness. The revamp has given him way too much damage, and look at him, he already has his ultimate again. He's gonna keep jumping over and over again until the team dies superlative, managing to secure the kill on to the Yuzhong in a major disadvantage for the side of Team Tori Sports. King's Calling and Time's Journey was used up by Diggy and Mincetar, but Anikuti manages to secure a double kill onto that Ling, and a 4-man wipeout coming in from the side of Team Tori Sports. What a way to trade off that kill onto the Yuzhong. A perfect comeback coming in from the side of Team Tori Sports.
Yeah, even if the Yusong died in the team, like early, like before the team fight, but his team recovered it so nicely. The Mincetar's King's Calling was so perfect that, and Diggy didn't get the chance to ult, like use his time journey, and that was a really big problem for the team Nirvana. And I can see like the Link securing the lot very easily, and that was a really nice gameplay coming from the Chor Esports. And while we talk about it, I can see the Lord marching in from the top lane while Conceal being used from the Mincetar. And will he be
Yeah.
able to use? Okay, you continue.
Yes, exactly. That's what they're sinking the lanes way too much. But I think that Team Nirvana is going to defend up. I know by that, and Time's Journey was also used up in the mid lane to protect the inhibitor. King's Calling used up to stop the Nirvana from moving ahead, but it kills it. Cured onto that Diggy, but a 4-man wipeout coming in from the side of Team Nirvana this time, they have turned at least two turrets in the mid lane because of his long at Link. He does not have his Tempest of Blaze. He has down is far shorter than that of Link's, and here we can see that they are marching down the mid lane. What do you have to say about that team fight, Leon?
Yeah, that was like I can say like the team Chore Esports still are in the lead because of the towers. And I can see the Link going in with the Tempest of Blade will be able to secure, but no, he won't be able to secure the kill on this Yin. But Diggy has to pop his time genie to save his jungler. And but I think that was pretty unnecessary for the Diggy, even though I don't think like Ling would have been able to kill him because if he uses his second skill properly, then Ling would have been stopped after using one shot. And here I can see they're invading, trying to invade, but no, Lilia will be securing the blue buff. And about that last team fight, it was like game-changing moment for the team in Nirvana. And I guess we're like, okay, we are not done yet, bro, and we are still in the game. And I can see Yin using his ult on this dragon, but dragon is popping his black dragon form. I guess Yin is now in trouble because okay, and yeah, dragon securing a shutdown onto that uh yin while the lord is spawned, and that is a really big problem for the team Nirvana because they don't have their retry anymore while the link is still there.
Exactly, and the Moscow is splitting down from the bottom lane, so the Phobius has to go out there to clear up that lane. This just gives out a free lord to the side of Team Joryu Sports. Moscow using the Spear of Misery onto that Red Bavaria to try and secure a teleport, but there was no one there. They're gonna play it safe. They know that Yin is there and they need to stay alive if they want to stay alive in this tournament, because if any of them dies now, Team Jory Sports is just gonna look for that end to this match.
And yeah, I can see like the team Nirvana is like on a really big disadvantage right now because of the towers, and now it's all on this Diggy's time journey. If Mincetar will be able to cast his ult before that, and will be able to stun 2 3 people, then it will be like a really it will be really devastating for the team Nirvana. And I can see the lanes are perfectly synced, and the Lord is marching in from the mid lane.
Yes, a kind of an unfortunate situation going on for the side of Team Nirvana right now. Yin in bit of a skirmish in the top lane now, and they won't be able to save any of their inhibitors considering how well the lanes have been signaling. Calling was used in the mid times when being used up to protect his teammates. Yin using his domain to take down that Yuzhong and QT going down in that fight. Pope is trying to solo on that Moscow and he will be managing to secure a kill onto that Moscow with Link finishing off the Phobius. There are still 3 people left and it's a 3 versus 3 base defense right now. Superlative trying to secure a kill onto that Link. He uses his flicker up and he will be securing the kill with that like in pounds meter truck even used up by the Jazz, but just not enough to protect any of them. This is a chance for Team Nirvana to push down the mid lane and secure at least one inhibitor turret because the Mensatar and the marksman, the Moscow will be back in a few 10 seconds, so they must do as much as possible. Yuzhong, though, I do feel he is tanky enough to clear up that small minion wave in the mid lane, but then again, we must see if Team Nirvana manages to secure this turret. Superlative trying to mark that down, but King Cosmic user we gets caught in that, and no, the kill will be secured by the Spear of Misery, and Ice Cube also under that turret that he will die to the turret damage itself. So very unfortunate for the side of Team Nirvana.
I guess the team Nirvana was a little desperate for the Midland Tower, and that backfired them so bad because they for almost forgot the kill cool like the respawn timing of the heroes, and now it's like the Diggy, the Lilia, and the Phobius versus 5 people of the team Chori Sports. Will be they able to defend? And I can see Lilia giving a hell of damage to that Moscow, and he's like really low, but still with his life still he will be able to recover all his HP. But I don't think it's enough to end because the Roger is back in the game.
Yes, and I do feel
And
that this might just be the match end. Yeah, and it will be a successful defense coming in from the side of Team Nirvana again.
yeah, they were right because this Roger was up and he was coming, and the Lord is still coming up, and the Lord is up. while the Moscow is still out, kind of out position, but he will be backing off. And the team Nirvana is going to contest this Lord. I don't know this Lord. It will be really crucial for both of the teams. Like whoever gets it will be at a really great advantage. And here Moskov securing a solo kill onto that Roger. Moskov going in for this Lilia. He will be getting really low. But will he be managed to survive? And yeah, he survives, and Link secures the kill onto that Lilia. And here the Yin and Phobius are trying to recall but the last won't let the Link recall, like the Yin recall, and the Phobius comes back. Link marking the base while there is a minion, and the Lord and minions are coming, and guess that's the game over. And yeah, and the second match also goes to the Chore Esports. They will be going forward in the tournament.
Victory!
As Story Sports manages to secure that victory and manages to stay in the tournament, all for that top 16 position, the top 16 of India's best teams. And here we have the MVP is blue on that Jask, the big damage pick in this game with 35% damage dealt. And as we can see, all members of team Nirvana did their best. They tried their best. They did those bypass, but they just did not have enough minion synchronization to take out those turrets. And it will be Team Chori Sports who comes out on the top. And that will be it for match number 2. Please be tuned, everyone, because we are going to come back with better matches soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with match number three in the last day of round three. And let me assure you, this is going to be one heck of a match. This is between Team Celsius Esports, one of the best squads from the Bengal server, on the blue side, and Team Blood Paradise, the underdogs, the great Bengal server team who are here up until the round of 32 on the red side. This is
I
me,
am
your
not the
caster
only one
Sarah,
Your
and
bound
team
by
I
is
will
these
be
banning.
joined by my
chains.
co-caster Leon once again. Leon, please take the stage.
Still waters
Okay,
run deep.
so
Your
we
team
can
is
see a
banning.
Phobius ban coming in from the team Celsius and a Link ban coming in from the team Blood Mist Paradise. Okay, come to think about it, I don't think there will be some unexpected bans, or I don't think they will be banning their hero pools because there are a lot of heroes that can really cause them really big trouble. Like as we saw in the last match, Phobius, even if his team lost, he did a really great job at killing this Moskov, zoning this Yuzong, like zoning the Zark and etc etc. And okay, and that is a kind of respect ban to that
Your
hero. He
team
deserves
is
it.
banning.
And I can see a high low coming out from the Celsius esports banning it. And yeah, like the amount of the Hylos can give, that's
Your
insane
team is
and
banning.
kind of annoying. And I can see the Hayabusa ban. I guess we'll be seeing a pretty normal ban for now. So let's just wait for them to ban the heroes.
Yep, as Leon mentioned, the Fulvius and the Hylos bans are very justified
Sir,
considering what
what's
we
your
saw
command?
Your
in the
team is
previous match, what the
banning.
Fulvius can really do. And the Hayabusa and the Lingmans are specifically targeted towards 0-2 from the side of Team Celsius Esports. They are known to be very, very scary on those assassins. The Fanny ban, pretty justified as well. Very
Your
good on the
team
jungle
is
right now.
banning.
And a Jask ban was coming out from the side of Team Blood Mist Paradise, which means that
Who
this
said there are no
leaves a
shortcuts in
lot
life?
Your
I
lot
team is
literally
of good picks
banning.
invented one.
open in this game. There's the Terizla, there's the Edith, there's the Roger.
Be the truth this world desperately
There is
needs.
also the Clint, Nathan, as well as the Jukshin to be picked up in this game, but Team Celsius decides to stick to that amazing chip pick, the pick they are known for in the entire server, the signature chip, and Team BMP will be going on ahead with the Yuzhong
Your
pick right
team
now.
is picking.
And yeah,
The
the
hunt
chip pick is
begins.
kind of really annoying. Like if your team has a really nice coordination, then it can be a really annoying pick. Like you have really nice rotations, you have a lot of
Butterfly is
DC skills,
born by thy
and you have
Your
really
wish,
nice
team is
mobility.
guided
picking.
by
And
lantern's light.
the team Celsius having the three picks of Clint, I mean, sorry, the Chip, the Zuxian, and the Ruby, like the three of the meta heroes that are banned in most of the most of the matches. And like, nonetheless, in the team Blood Mist Paradise, there is this Roger who has this early and late game scaling, it's really nice, and this Zong who's just like gonna zone this Zuxian out, and I can see they're hovering over this Minotaur, but the ticket is still open. I don't think that me picking Mino will be a really nice idea here, but I guess
Your
they will
team
be
is
going with this
banning.
Minotaur.
Yep, Minotaur, bit of a sketchy pick here considering there is the Jushin who's gonna knock him out of his position a lot of times and interrupt his ultimate. Not interrupt his ultimate, but in fact, misposition him, which can lead to a misplay coming in from the side of Team BMP. But then again, they do have the Yuzhong for that Jushin. Ruby was picked up by the side of Team Celsius, and if anyone knows how good Team Celsius is with that Ruby, especially on the goal lane here. But they might also send up Ruby to the EXP considering there's a Roger from the
Your
side
team
of
is
Team
banning.
BMP. And oh, a very smart band coming in from the side of Team BMP, which is the Terizla. They did predict that the Ruby could go into the goal lane and actually banned out the Terizla, which means that the Yuzhong would have a much easier time in the EXP lane now.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. Like the Tesla pan was a really smart pan here. Like the golden
I
ruby
didn't
is
cure the
kind of
pain.
really annoying, so
I
Your team
banning
healed
that
is
it.
will
banning.
be really helpful because you don't want your marksman to suffer a really deadly fate just because of a ruby and her hooks.
Yep, as you mentioned, the Valentina was banned out by the side of Team Celsius, which is also very justified, considering the Valentina can just copy up Juxian and Ruby's ultimate, which would not be the situation Team Celsius is looking for here. Because their heroes so far, they are pretty squishy. Apart from the lifesteal part, the main sustain coming out of those heroes isn't that good, while Team BMP
I
actually has
am
two
more
Your
sandbags,
than
team
a
is
the
weapon.
banning.
Yuzhong and the Minotaur, and the Julian would be the last ban coming in from the side of Team BMP, which though I feel kind of is justified here considering 0-2 is good on that hero, but I would have supported an alpha ban much further because we know how scary 0-2 is on that alpha.
And yeah, you are right. And Alpha
As
pick will be a
fleeting
really
as a
nice pick here.
smoke
Like
Your
through a
team
considering
has
this
forest,
picked.
Mino,
as
this Dragon,
timeless
and
as
this
a
Roger.
glacier's heart.
Alpha can give a really nice sustain and damage because of his passive, which will be giving them continuous true damage that you cannot sustain no matter how high your HP is. And let's just go to the picking phase of the team BMP here, and let's see what this King Baldwin picks.
Yep, the Aurora ban was also very, very justified,
Hope
considering
will
she is
find a
one of the
way,
Your
better
team
even
is
when
crowd
all
control
is
unstoppable.
mages in the
forlorn.
mid lane right now. But to answer that, Team BMP goes ahead with that Vexana pick, which is pretty good because if she can use up her Taunt second skill and Eternal Guard combination on that chip just when he uses his portal, there is a high chance that all 2 to 3 members, whoever uses that teleport, get stunned in that team fight, which might just be the perfect setup situation for that Minotaur. Meanwhile, here, Team Celsius is actually looking towards the Xbog, Arlot, or the CC in the goal lane. Arlot here would be a very good choice considering he can just use up that final slash with the flicker combination to stun down the Yuzhong and the Vexana, while
I
Ruby
will
can
choose
hook
my
them up
own
and finish them
path.
in the blink of an eye. And
Your
zero
team is
2
picking.
will be locking in on that Xbox. No alpha this game. He knows there's way too much crowd control from the side of Team BMP, and he will be locking on to that lasting insanity, the Xbox pick.
And yeah, the expert pick was a really nice choice in this match because there, as you've mentioned, there is a lot of crowd control in the team BMP. So yeah, and let's see what the team BMP is planning to pick as their jungler because the most of the heroes either they're banned or this they are picked like this. And I guess he can go for this alpha in this match, but I don't personally recommend a alpha against a Ruby, a Zuxian, and a Vor. Maybe just maybe a Granger, just maybe a Granger, because a Granger will be working really
We
nice in
shall
this game.
stand
But
fast to
okay,
the
with
very end.
Tigreal, I don't get it. What are they up to? What is Team BMP up to? Was it a false pick? Was it something that we are unaware of, or maybe we will be restarting the match? And we can see this Roger on this jungle and Vexana also on this retribution. What are you thinking right now? Team BMP, I wanna know.
Okay, that looks like an AFK. King Baldwin was not inside the draft at that moment, and this does look like a restart. I do request the teams to surrender in the first two under the first minute, so it is faster for all of us. So kindly stay tuned, everyone, because we will soon be back into the drafting phase right after the loading is over.
And yeah, I guess this we
Welcome
is
to
a
Mobile
AFK pick,
Legends!
and we will be having another
5
draft.
seconds till the
And
enemy reaches the battlefield.
yeah, there is a
Smash
surrender,
them!
and we will be back in the stream in a few minutes after we are done with the bans and the draft.
Victory!
match starter now. ठीक है.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Gentlemen, we are back with the match. The restart was done pretty fast. Thank you to both teams for cooperating. And here we can see that King Baldwin had the lagged out, and the new pick instead of the Tigreal will be the carry for the side of Team BMP. And as we have set foot onto that land of dawn, we are gonna witness a pretty intense match. Leon, what do you have to say about the two drafts?
Well, I can say like if the team BMP manages to draft pretty late in the games, then they have a really nice chance. Or maybe if the carry got a little fed in the early stages of the game, that would be really helpful because as for at this meta, carry needs really big scalings. He needs his gear. He needs at least two items to give the damage, the burst that carry is famous about. And in the early phases, the team Celsius has this Zuxian, this Ruby, and this chip who's rotating real fast, and he rotated already in the top lane, and the dragon is in the big trouble, and he will go down, and the first blood goes to Team Celsius. Oh
Yes,
my
oh
god,
my
that's what.
god, that is the chip potential I was talking about, but in the bot lane though, the Furaga armor of Xbox will be busted out. Lasting Insanity has been used. King Baldwin trying to engage with that Lycan Pounce, but Chip will be there to provide the damage. He is chunked down very low. Minotaur caught up very low. Xbox trying to chase, but Zuxian is there to stop them, and that is what I mentioned. She's just gonna pop off the skills. King Baldwin missed up that dash. Will the chip try to secure the kill? Yes, he does it. The chip secures a kill onto that Minotaur, which means that this might just be a free turtle for the side of Team Celsius Esports.
Maybe I'm not sure about the free trial because it's still the early phase of the game, and the respawn time is just 1 second or 2 seconds. And here you can see the dragon form is melted already. This Arlott giving him such a hard time to this dragon to play, and while the team BMP don't have the dragon form, I guess they will be having some problem in the turtle. But there I can see the Zuxian going in, and the chip zoning this Roger out, and the Ruby coming out of the chip's out, taking down that Minotaur and going back to his lane. Oh my god, that's what a chip is. That's what, and I can see the chip already coming to the bot lane. That's the map control that you can see with a chip. That's the problem a single guy, a single doggy can create for your whole team.
Not to mention, the dog is just sitting up and eating chips in his whatever he moves in. And that's what I mentioned in the draft just before the stream was stopped. That Celsius Esports is known for their chip pick. So the leaving that hero open is the first blunder which Team Bloodless Paradise made in the first place itself. Minotaur will now have an insanely hard time rotating and surviving from that junction, because look at the Chip, Xbox, and Ruby in the goal lane now. They're already on planning the third or second game, but Chip is here going on towards the top lane. He will be trying to engage onto that Yuzhong. Stun has been used up. Now coming up from the Yuzhong, but he will be backing off right now. He knows that the Yuzhong is still tanky enough to not engage in that situation.
And here's the Brooklyn. I could see that they were trying to engage, but it was not enough. And I can see the chip getting the Roger Ruby coming out with the I am offended and what? Why is
Yep.
this about?
No, 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 everything is fine. Team Blood Miss Paradise has requested for a pause, so we are gonna wait for a minute to see what is wrong and if it's a network issue. Until then, do stay tuned.
Hmm. What's the issue? Like, issue cover.
Is Blood with Paradise, the mage player cannot move, probably some network issue. I'm trying to fix, but they have like 20 seconds left, so let's see.
बेकार में ट्रैक हो रहा है और कुछ नहीं. 3, 2, 1, start.
And everyone, the match has resumed. There seems to be some kind of a network issue coming in from the side of Team Bloodness Paradise because their mage player cannot seem to move right now, as we can see in the map right now. Unfortunately, the rules do mention that we're going to wait for a total of 2 minutes. So we did wait for exactly 2 minutes, and currently we are back into the match, and we can see that Celsius Esports is dominating. Unfortunately, it's a 4v5, but there's not much which we can actually do here.
And yeah, you can't really do about it anything. And I can see this chip going in, and I guess the Mino will be saving this carry. And I can see that both the Roger and the Vixana are in the base. Okay, and what's the actual issue? Is the network of the team BPM, right?
Yes, it is Team Blood Meets Paradise which is facing the issue because the Roger also does not seem to be moving right now, and Vixana and Roger are just sitting in that base. And here we can see an amazing armor pendant coming in from that Ruby on the side of the bot lane, and all 5 members of Team Celsius just decided to teleport and then teleport back to their respective lanes.
Yeah, that's the problem of having that dog in your opponent. Like, he can just bring all his members, and then all the members can go back. Okay, a final stress from the Furious Dragon is having a lot of problem laning against this guy because of the damage this guy is giving. And I can see Zuxian with the lantern trying to get the Roger, and she gets the Roger, and the Phobius is still there. Will he be trapped? Okay, she tries, but the Roger will still able to survive. But the Mino is having some problem, and he will go down. The export will take the kill onto that, you know.
So I do feel it's a very, very unfortunate match coming in from the side of them BMP because they are honestly playing a 4 versus 5. Their mage is AFK. I do not know what's the issue because they had requested for the Bengal server, and another player flicker arm offended coming in from that Ruby, and kill was secured onto that carry. That carry is going to have nightmares and never leave Ruby open again. But then again, the server is set to Bengal because none of the other members have complained so far. So we're going to troubleshoot this match soon once this ends and decide accordingly. But for now, Team Celsius, that does look like Team Celsius is just going to finish up this match in under 12 minutes.
And yeah, that's kind of really unfortunate for the team BPM because of the mage's network issue that he is offline. But okay, but we'll just not say the same thing continuously, and we'll just go into the match. And I can see that they are just pushing for the total, and I don't think they are able to contest. And Chip going in again, a really nice final slash from the Arlot, and I'm offended, and they will go down both the carry and the Roger.
Nah, fam, but that Ruby is just crazy. The amount of perfect ultimates that she has landed in this game is more than I can count in my entire career. But then again, I'm not a Ruby player, so please do not judge. But if you have noticed the perfection in her ultimate aim and the timing, it's just something to be really commended.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I can see it's under 7 minutes that both the mid and the top and the bot towers seals are popped off, and that's something. Okay, another I'm offended from the Rubik chip stunning him. Mino going in, but Mino don't have that much of gear to sustain the damage, and he will fall down. And I can see the Carrie is having some problem. Will be he able to try to escape? And okay, Carrie manages to escape, but I don't think he will be able to do much. Just Chip is just going crazy, going inside and studying that Roger, so he won't be able to come to defend the mid lane. And I guess Team Celsius will be taking down the mid lane within 8 minutes. And a final flash from the Arlot and a really nice Mino, like Fury from Minotaur, but it's not enough. They don't have the items, they don't have a team member, and they can't really do anything. I guess this is the match one for now because I don't think they will be able to defend. Okay, see that Chip sustaining all that shots from the scary, like it's nothing, like just some ant is biting him.
Yep, and that's what happens when a team gets overfed. That was an under 10-minute match.
Victory!
Really unfortunate, I would say, because the Vexana wasn't online. But even then, she has a better KDA than poor Minotaur. But that will be all for match one. Not much to say here. We'll soon troubleshoot this and be back in a few minutes. So kindly stay tuned, everyone.
Your team is banning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with game number two. This time, Team BMP did replace their mage player and they are back with a stronger draft. So let us wait wait and see what they have in
Who
store
said
for
there are no
us. Team
shortcuts in
BNP on the
life?
blue
I
side with
literally
the
invented
much
one.
expected, much needed chip ban coming from their side, and Team Celsius, let us wait and see how they answer from the red team this side.
Still waters run deep.
Your team
And
is
yeah,
banning.
like as we saw in the last match, like the chip was the really big problem for the team. And because of the high mobility, high rotation speeds, and the annoying ult of the chips eating doggy was something that you don't want to see again. And I can see the link ban coming in the from the team. Okay, from Team Celsius.
Yes, as you mentioned, the Ling ban was much required from the side of Team Celsius as well. And if you have noticed, Ling, Hayabusa, and Pani, these are like the three permanent bans coming in from almost every team in this entire tournament.
Yeah, like
Your team
as
is
you said,
banning.
like again, there is a Hayabusa ban coming in from the team BMP. Like because of these associations, they have like high mobility, high damage, and like and the problem is the marking skills. Like they'll be going back in the backlines, marking their mages, marking the squishies, and without the squishies, even though they're
Butterflies
squishy, they
born
are the
by my
Your
DPS,
wish,
team
and
is
that's the
banning.
guided
problem that you
by
don't wanna
magic
face. And
flight.
okay, the Team Celsius this time are banning the Zuxian. They don't want the Team BPM to take the Zuxian and don't want to see that lantern lady in the opponent.
Yep, absolutely. And the Jukshin ban was also much needed coming in from the side of Team Celsius. It should have been Team BMP who bans out on that Jukshin, but it was actually Celsius who played it smart and banned her out in the first phase itself. Looking on towards another Jask, Xavier, or even Aurora pick, which can come out from their side this time.
And yeah, like the Zask is still open, the Hylos is still open, and I guess
Your
the
Destroy.
Team
team is
BPN will
banning.
be banning the Zask because I guess they don't want to see that alien in their team nor in the opponent. And I guess it will be a high loss or maybe a Tesla or a Ruby ban coming in from the team Celsius. I guess that would be a really nice ban because as we saw, Roger won't be able to give that much of output if he is cranked continuously.
Yes, as you mentioned. Yep, as you mentioned, the Jask was also banned out, and if we are not wrong,
Sir,
we would be
what's your command?
seeing a
Your
fanny ban.
team
Yep,
is
and it
picking.
is the fanny ban as specified. Now we are gonna move on towards the first big phase.
And yeah, I guess there is a lot of hero open like this Phobius, like this Hylos, or maybe a Ruby or a Tesla. And I personally, I will be going for the Ruby because you can just go for a Ruby gold and that will be really annoying. Or maybe a edit. And I can see like we didn't see a edit in today's matches, and I guess edit is a really nice pick in this tournament because of the high damage and high sustain that she gets.
Yep, I do think the high loss would be a pretty good pick here, but then again, that leaves
The
the
hunt
Xbox, the
begins.
Roger, the
Your team is
Terizla, the
picking.
Edith, all of those picks pretty open, but instead, Team BMP decided to go on ahead with the Ruby pick, and this time the Ruby is on that retribution. So I do not know if it's going to be a Ruby jungler
I
this
see
time.
lots of prey.
I don't think so. Like I guess he will be changing out the spells, man. I can see a Roger getting picked from the team Celsius, and I guess they'll be going for this Tesla maybe. Like a Tesla pick will be a really nice pick. Like with this penalty zone, you can really counter a lot of things. And a Tesla and Carmela combo is pretty broken in this meta.
Yep, the I don't know,
I
team
am
though,
more than
because
Your
a
here
team
Team
weapon.
is
Celsius
picking.
has locked on to two of the very good picks, which is the Roger and the Julian. Both are insanely mobile, and one even has complete immunity to all kinds of crowd control with his enhanced second skill. So I do believe that Team BMP could still answer that with the Edith or Teresa in the EXP lane. But then again, it would be up to their comfort to see what they pick up in this match because the high loss is also kept open. The Xbox is open. There's a lot of options which they have. They just need to figure out a plan in their head and try and come back in this game.
And yeah, personally, I want the team BMP to come back in this game because pretty last match was pretty unfair for them, and I want them to return off their
Yes.
mistakes, and I want them to show them that they are not weak,
Your
that
team
the
is
team Celsius
picking.
are thinking them. And as we talk about it, and there is a Tesla and a Lolita, and, and Lolita is kind of really nice in the current meta, and we will be seeing a Ruby Golden. And let's see what the team Celsius has to offer to counter this Lolita and the Tesla.
Yeah, but Edith is actually a very good pick here, especially against that Tesla and the
I
Ruby.
am the priestess
Though
of primal
Lolita
lightning,
can
the
replace
hunter of all the
all
evil
three of them,
gods.
the Roger Julian as well as the Edith, during her wild charge. But then again, it would be a matter of timing on how she uses up her skills. And here, Team Celsius could actually look forward to a Minotaur in the roam, and they could be banning out a
Hope
mage
will
here, which
find a
is
way,
probably
Your
the
team
even
is
with
Vexana or
all is
even the
winning.
forlorn.
Valentina who could copy up Eden's ultimate. But if Team BMP is smart enough, they're gonna ban out on that Minotaur itself in the first phase.
And yeah, and you're absolutely right on that. Banning Amino will be a really nice ban here. But we are forgetting the marksmen, and there is this Clint. Okay, I guess there is a Julian pick. Okay, maybe not the Clint, but maybe I don't know. There are still a lot of heroes open that can be picked, that can be drafted. But for now, as you said, I will go for the Mino ban.
Yep, as you mentioned, the Mino ban was still not done by either of the teams.
I,
Okay,
Minotaur,
okay.
Your
I
will
team
think
is
finish
that
off
banning.
what
it
was
does
left
happen,
undone.
JD, but they've decided to take his entire 50 seconds and then ban out on that Minotaur, which could have been done 30 seconds earlier. But then again, decisions have been made. Now, we would be seeing another mage ban coming in from the
As
side
fleeting
of
as a
Team
Your
snowflake's
team
Celsius
is
breath,
Esports.
banning.
I did
as
they are
timeless as
going
a
to pick
glacier's
up on
heart.
that Aurora in the early phase, but they actually banned out that Aurora in the second banning phase. And Team BMP here, they could also be looking forward towards another roam ban, which could be the Tigreal, could be a support as well, because Team Celsius does have enough frontline for now.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. Maybe a Hylos or maybe a Tigreal ban will be a really nice ban here. But we'll never know, like, what the team BMP has in their mind. Maybe they are having some game plans and that we don't know. And we can, and all we can do is for wait for the ban and what. Let's see what
Light
they're
me
thinking.
up
And
and watch
okay,
Your
the
that was
team
a
is
world
really nice
picking.
burn.
ban of the Borg because Julian can play mid and Borg in the jungle is really annoying for the Lolita because he can't deflect Borg's S1 and his ultimate.
Yep, absolutely. As you mentioned, the Xbox was banned out this time from the side of Team BMP, but then again, that still leaves Team Celsius with the option of picking up on that Valentina, which would be a really good pick in this draft. But then again, they do have the Julian in the mid lane, so that rolls out. And they could also pick up on that Alpha, as I predicted in the last match. And yep, I do think they're gonna do just that in
Test.
this game.
Alpha is
Your
online.
team is
Yeah,
picking.
Alpha will be a really nice asset of this game because Alpha can really snowball the game and he can really melt down through this Tesla's defense and this Ruby too. And I can see they still have a mage to pick. Maybe we will be seeing a edit as a roamer in this game. And let's see what team BMP has to offer to counter this Alpha. I can see there is a
Valor and
Xavier and
royalty
a
in a
Leomord.
dead
Okay,
body.
and there there is a Leomord pick and Lilia or a Xavier. Maybe I can say I can go for the Xavier because that he will be having a nice scaling in the late game and it will cause a really big problem for the Alpha and Sicilian Parsa. Okay, we
Your
haven't seen
team
a
is open.
Farsa in long days, and I can see the team BMP going for that Farsa. Who is having a really nice burst damage?
Yep, Farsa is probably this is the first Farsa pick in this entire tournament. Leomord is justified because he does have the mobility, but then again, Alpha does have the
I
2 damage
rap,
burst, so
therefore
we're
I
gonna have to
am.
see who executes it better in this match. And that the last pick from the side of Team Celsius was Joe, who will be going on into that room. So this is a match of comfort picks versus tournament picks. So we're gonna have to see which draft wins it out in the Land of Dawn. Who do you think Leon has the advantage? And do carry on for 2 minutes and we'll be right back.
And if you ask me who has a better draft here, I will go for the team Celsius this time because with this Roger, with this Julian, Alpha, and Joe, they have a really nice mobility of the team. And there's this Joe who can just catch on to this Farsa with his flicker and S2, I mean S1. And there is, but still, the Farsa, if she outsmarts him, if he does his job, then it will be really nice. It will be really hard to counter that Farsa because even if you have the magic defenses like the Radiant or the Athena, the Farsa's damage is kind of
Welcome
unsustainable
to
when
Mobile
he gets his
Legends!
third gear. And with that, we will just
5
dive into
seconds till the
the
enemy
Land of
reaches the
Dawn
battlefield.
with
Smash them!
another match of this
All
best
troops
of three
deployed!
between the teams Celsius and BMP.
Yes, as Leon mentioned, we are back into the Land of Dawn,
See a
everyone.
pretty
And both
seasonal
teams have
rotation
started
coming
off
in.
on their red buffs, so we're gonna have to see who does better in this match. And look at that, an invade already coming in from the Cho onto that Leo mod. Though Leo mod did manage to secure his buff, he will be a bit behind in the farm because Alpha he has already finished taking up his blue buff. Pasa though, smart plays, she did leash the buff by a mere 10%, though it's some kind of a help in the end.
And yeah, like it's kind of a really normal gameplay coming in, and we can see the Alpha is in level 3, and the Joe is just going insane. Just like I can see this Joe playing really aggressively because he knows like early game they don't have this much of scaling, don't that much of trauma, and I can see this Julian is having a lot of problem here. Okay, a far third goes to the Farsa, and this Leo mod going in level 4 just in time, and that will be the Julian who will be taken out. I can see the turtle is spawning in 30 seconds. I can see this Ruby and this Roger in the lane. It's like a pretty freeze and take and stay really calm. No golden granks till now. And while we're talking about it, I can say this there is like kind of dominating this at the because he has this early game advantage. And okay, that was a really nice steal from the Julian to that grab in the EXP lane. And while we talk about it, this Lord is up and this Farsa is still level 3. I guess he will go level 4. This Joe, okay, muning the Lolitas S2 really beautifully.
But in the EXP lane, if you can see, look
And
at the
we are
combo being dished out by that Julian onto the Terizla. And both Edith and Julian do not. Edith has reached up on a level 4, but Julian do not. Julian will be backing off. The post was used up by the side of Team BFP, and a flicker knockup coming in from the side of Edith. And he will be secured onto that Terizla as well as the Lolita by that Edith. Double kill was secured, and another kill was secured onto the Terizla as well as the Leo mod by the side of Team Celsius Esports.
Killing spree!
and okay, and I can see the Farsa going down to, and it is a pretty free turtle for the team Celsius. And even though the team BB okay, like oh, I'm really sorry. BMP has had the goal lead by just killing the Julian in the early phases of the game, but no, the team Celsius was like, no, you are just getting one kill, so don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get too cocky. We are back, and okay, the Joe again with the Way of the Dragon and the S1 and taking down the Leo mode. A really nice gameplay coming in from the team Celsius, taking out his dread buff, the dread buff of the Leo mode and Leo mode himself.
Yes, oh my god, that was absolutely amazing. Coming in by the side of Team Celsius, it was Team Blood Miss Paradise who managed to secure onto that first blood, but Team Celsius is just coming back stronger, and the wave the dragon was used upon that Parsa, and she will be going down into their hands. This show is just a menace. Once again, Leomord using up his ultimate, even using the retribution to secure onto that small creep, but could not do so. That Alpha is way too ahead in farm. Neuron Blast doing little to no impact in that team fight, and Team Celsius will just be looking to secure the turrets.
And yeah, and that was the damage of this Alpha onto that Ruby with this Alpha Spear, and that was some damage that Ruby couldn't sustain in early games. And that was a really nice kill from this Alpha. And while this Roger is getting the free farm in the lanes, and as we talk about this again, 30-second mark onto that turtle, Leo mode is still behind in the EXP than Alpha. I guess it will be a really big problem for Leo mode just to secure the turtle with his retribution. As you can see, Alpha is already in level 9 while Leo mode is still stuck in level 6.
Yes, and the Leo mod is actually on to that level 6, while Zero Two has a 3 level advantage, and the entire team of Team Celsius is 3k gold ahead. Already inside under the 5-minute mark, which is, I would say, is pretty crazy considering Team DAP is on their comfort picks this game. Country play was used up by the Cho with River enhanced movement speed will just help the Lolita and the Parser to escape, but no, Team Celsius Esports has way too much advanced damage, and they will be looking to dive as much as possible. Teresa will be forced to recall as Team Celsius secures the first tier 1 in the bot lane.
Killing spree.
And yeah, but it's still not like haven't secured it, and Tesla is trying to clear the lane, but I think he will fall down Alpha Spear at it with the Suns, and I guess okay, the Tesla, the one and only Tesla, surviving those skills, surviving, dodging the Chow too, and sustaining all the damage and protecting the tower. Oh my god, there's something about this guy. And I can see the penalty zone being used on, and I guess the Chow may fall down, but no, Chow escaping with this level of the HP. I'm gonna give that much to this Tesla. Even though he fall down, he just did a lot just to hold the three peoples off. But still, while he was holding them off, the team BMP still lost the mid tower, and I guess the Ruby will be taking the tier 1 tower of the top lane, but still a mid is a lot more important than the top lane. And I can see the Alpha going for the invade and securing the blue buff of this Leo mode. The Cho going in again with the way of the dragon. Okay, a nice play from this Cho and securing the kill onto this Ruby. There is the Alpha with the Alpha Spear marking that Lolita, but don't have that enough damage to secure the kill onto him.
Absolutely crazy plays coming in from the side of Team Celsius Esports. They are living up to their reputation, they are living up to their skill potential, and look at the camp being set up by best player and Nox in that blue buff bush area. They're just gonna pick off on whoever comes, and look at that, the way of the dragon will be used. Julian using his nanosecond, and a kill won't be secured. He might just be able to escape, but no, like it pounds enough to secure the kill onto that Ruby, while Farsa managed to secure a kill onto Nox on that Julian.
That was really nice camping and plays like really nice ults coming in from that show. That's really annoying for like the team BMP. And this show, he is the real playmaker here. He's just making some real nice plays. And while this Alpha going in again for for this jungle of this Leo mode, he has way advantage in the EXP, the gold and the gear, and that's the biggest problem. Okay, and I can see Farsa melting his flicker just because the Cho with his S1 charging in, trying to get that Farsa.
Yep, absolutely. And here, Team Celsius is just marching on forward. They're looking to end this match as fast as possible. But then again, Team Blood Mist Paradise, they're gonna try and hold on for as long as they can. because they do know that they have some of the late game potential. Look at the damage being dished out by that Roger with just one skill up. It's just way too much.
And yeah, I can see this Joe zoning them pretty nicely. And the goal difference is already at 8k. That's something that you don't want in the early phases of the game. And I can see penalty zone being used from this Terizla, but Joe will be flickering out and he will survive the fight. And okay, that Joe is just like, oh my god, he's going in, he's trying to do the plays. Even if he fails, he's managing to escape.
Yep, absolutely. And here, the Alpha will be trying to solo engage on a lot of the members, and that just means how much of confidence. And look at the damage being dished out by that Alpha. He is just diving in amongst three people without any fear of anything. And Lolita will be forced out to flicker from there. Edith using her knockup. Though the movement blast hit on three people, it's not of much any use. We have the dragon being used up. Joe will go down with the direct damage, but it's a wipeout coming in from the side of Team Celsius Esports. Only Ruby remaining the sole survivor in that entire team fight.
That was like a lot of things happening in that team fight. I can see this Alpha going in with taking the advantage of the of his EXP and the goal difference. I can see it's already 10k goal difference coming out from the team Celsius, and that's something that you don't want. And they're securing the lot. It was kind of a really free lot for the team Celsius because it was a like 4-man wipeout, and the Ruby solo can't really do anything.
Yep, absolutely insane plays coming in from the both of these teams. Both just trying their very best to hold out the game, to stretch it out, farm it up. But Team Celsius Esports is on a roll and they're giving no chance to Team BNP to even try and make a comeback. Look at those skills being used up and a flicker like in pans coming in from Luhan onto that Roger, and the kill will be secured. Three members down for the side of team BMP, and the Lord will be marching on ahead from the top lane, and they will be looking forward to take on at least two inhibitors with this Lord itself.
And yeah, the goal difference is way too insane. So like it's like a really they're literally massacring the team BMP, and again Alpha with the Alpha Spear. And okay, Leomord getting a shutdown, a really nice penalty zone from this Tesla, but the for the Leomord going in for this Alpha, but no, he don't have that enough damage, and Alpha will be taking skill onto him instead. And it's a 1-for-1 trade, and they're losing all the towers in between 11 minutes, and they don't even have inhibitors left for them. And this going in again, he's just like poking them, like forcing them to use their flickers, their skills. So his team will be having this chance of marking or killing them real easily. Okay, Alpha going in again, Joe flickering out, but they don't have enough damage of this Alpha to secure the kills on three people because he don't have his team with him. And Julian recalling back because he was real low. I guess they will be waiting for the Lord.
Yeah, they could be waiting for the Lord, or they could be willing to catch off just one member from the side of the BMP off guard. And look at that Joe, he's gonna have to flicker out of that team fight. Because, yeah, he does not want to go in amidst of five people. He's not damaged player as well. And here we can see that Team Celsius is looking for an engage. The Joe diving on into them, but then just dashing off. So yeah, they're gonna just have to wait out for the Lord. There's not much they can do. But look at that Alpha charge coming in from them, and we have the dragon being used up on that choke. King Falcon will be taken down. Lolita trying to reflect as much as possible, but Teresa will be just bursted from out of nowhere. Ruby also very low, and now Alpha charge coming in under the 15-second mark by the damage from Roger is just insane. Onto that far side, they are far too behind inside their base. This might just be the game end. And Celsius Esports manages to 2-0 this best of 3.
Victory!
And that was a clean gameplay coming out from the Celsius Sports, and I can see the Farsa dying 7 times just because of this show. He was like marking her so bad that she had to flicker out all the time, and when she didn't have the flicker, the Joe was just getting on to her. Even though this Tesla tried with really nice 3-man and 4-man penalty zones, but that was not enough to stop the Team Celsius. And with this, the Team Celsius will be taking this victory and be going ahead in the tournament. And I'll come, let's just check the stats of the game, and I can see this Alpha on this MVP with the 36% damage dealt on the team fights, and that's just insane. Like the level gaps, Alpha just utilized it so nicely, marking them, going in continuously with his low CD skills. That was something, that was a really beautiful play coming out from this Joe and from this Alpha.
Yes, everyone, and that will be all for match number 3. We're gonna come back with the last match of the day. Please stay tuned because it is just as exciting. So, everyone, see you very soon.
Hello, viewers. Welcome back to Legends Unleashed. We are bringing you the non-stop action and fierce competition. And join us as we see the elite teams battling it out for the supremacy in this MOBA game. And with that, joining me on the casters deck, it is none other than Leon. Welcome, Leon. Let us go. Let us know the teams and
Who
what
said there are no
guess
shortcuts in life?
our
I
band
literally
section for
invented
today.
one.
And I can see the team knee. We are having the team knee on the blue side. And okay, wait. Is that the team knee on the blue side, or
Still
is
waters run
the
deep.
team?
Your team is
Okay,
banning.
can you help me with that?
Yes, Team GS are on the blue side, and on the red side, we have my turn now. And while we are in the banning section right now, we can see a Ling and a Chip getting banned out. I think that's a very pretty normal bans coming out, given they have a lot of map control, they have a lot of damage potential, they can snowball the entire game within seconds.
Hayabusa, Sanjo.
Your
And
team
yeah,
is
you're
banning.
absolutely right on. I guess we're just gonna see normal bands here because the band sections is like kind of pretty normal nowadays. Like just the same usual heroes, and even our viewers are gonna be knowing like which hero they're gonna ban and which hero
Fireflies
they're gonna pick.
born by thy
Your
wish,
team is banning.
guided by lantern's
Oh,
light.
that's right. And with that, the both the assassins, that would be the Hayabusa and the Link, just got banned out. With that, even Rukshin, the mage, got banned out. I'm just guessing with Rukshin there will be a Zast ban. Am I right about that?
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And I guess they may ban this last the team knees because the team Mitre now has the first pick, and that will be a really big problem. And as we know, like Zask is kind of literally OP in the current meta, and you don't want to lane against that guy.
Your team is
That's
banning.
right. And look at that. The Terrestrial is getting banned. Is the EXP? There's not the tank ban coming in, but the EXP looks like we won't be seeing any flicker penalty zone coming in. Maybe a good three-man or a two-man penalty zone from Terrestrial. Oh, with that, we are going on to the last ban on the side of my turn now, and with that, we will be get going into the picking section very soon. And as I
Your team
predicted,
is
yes, that
banning.
was the last ban.
Yeah, and the team Me will be banning the Zask, and
I see
I guess
lots
this is
of
the first pick for
prey.
Team
Your
Mitre
team is
now,
picking.
and they will be going for this Roger. As we know, like Roger is really nice in giving outputs, but if the team
I
Knees
am
manage
more
to
than a weapon.
Grank and snowball this Roger, that would be really helpful.
Ah, that's right. And with that, looks like there is that Julian pick getting hovered on
I will
since
protect
he
you.
is the
Your
good
team is
jungler in
picking.
this meta right now. With that, we are seeing uh, a Lolita and Julian pick on the side of red.
And yeah, that Julian is something like you don't want to mess with because of the first fast jungle here after he goes level 3. And while the other junglers have to wait for their ultimate, Julian just gets his when he is just level 3, and that's a really big disadvantage. Because like after he takes one buff, it's like literally impossible to invade a Julian. So it will be a really nice snowball if just Julian can get and use his
I
early
will
game
choose
damage
my own
to
path.
snowball the team. My turn now. And I can, as we talk about it, there is a Arlot pick,
My mission
and
is
there
to
will be a
protect
Your
lives.
team
Hylos
is
pick
picking.
coming in from the team My turn now, and that is something like they are already tanky, and
Wisdom
with this Hylos, it's really
Your
easy to
team
choices
go to
is
the
mine.
back
banning.
lines. And I guess without any fear, the team Nees will be picking that Savior. As we all know, the
I didn't
scaling of
cure
this
the
Savior
pain.
in the late
Your
games
I
that's
team
hunt.
is
pretty,
banning.
pretty, pretty high.
But wait a minute, a Xavier, even though they have a very I mean a very tanky composition, I am really not sure, but maybe they need a loon also, maybe a carry or trying to take down that Hylos who is going to be very annoying unless it will be the Lolita being annoying to them. That it's just will be panning out very soon in the match. But right now, looking at the comp, I'm not sure about how Xavier is fitting in this composition.
Yeah, like Xavier still needs the scaling because of his late
Let
game, but
them play the
if the
hero.
Your
team needs
team
I
is
will
manages
be the
to
damaged.
drag the
truth
game
this
to the
world
late phases
desperately
of the matches, and
needs.
then it will be the
Come
Xavier's
and
time to
join
shine, and
Your
he
team
will
is
be
damaged.
making a lot of problems to this Hylos, to this Roger, and to this Arnold because he won't let them move, even though Hylos uses his glorious pathway. He's like Xavier is just gonna stop him in midway.
Oh, that's right. We could be seeing
Light
that in
me
the
up
game.
and watch
And
your
with
team
that,
is burned.
Yuzhong and the Xbox both on the side of the EXP and the jungle getting planned out. Oh, and with that, look at them. They are trying to secure their Ruby. They are just thinking like if Ruby will be good as the gold laner or maybe that EXP laner. And to end, as I forgot to mention, with that the
The
Lunox
hunt
and the
begins.
Your
Valentina have
team
been
is
banned out,
picking.
and that would be a very mate-centric ban coming in from the side of Team Me GS.
I'm strong. Real
And
strong.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Like they are just gonna reduce the ban, like the picks that the team time, like it's my turn now, will be picking, and that's really annoying because this Lunox will be will be going in and marking this Xavier in between five peoples and Valentina copying the Lolita's ult or maybe the Ruby's ult just to counter their picks. And as we speak about it, I can see Kitty picking this Fanny, and I can say the Fanny pick is a really nice pick in this comp because there is a Xavier, there is a Lolita, and there is a Julian,
I will
and
find a
still
way,
Fanny will just
even
Your
can
when
team
kind
others
is
of go
fall
picking.
for it.
and mark the backlines like the Xavier. And I guess only this Ruby is capable of protecting this Xavier. Okay, I can see Kenpachi hovering over this Popal, this 1-1. I guess a Popal pick will be a really nice pick here because with his doggy, he can really stop and we can really take out the towers and split, and that will make a really hard time for the team Mitre now to change the game.
Be possible, then looks like Fanny will be a trouble for that Xavier or maybe that Julian if Julian is under farm. But on the other hand, if Ruby can CC that Fanny midway, that could be possible. And with that, looks like Ruby won't be going into the mid
Sniper
lane
ready.
as
Give me a target.
Kenpachi. I think that is the Ruby gold lane with Kenpachi picking that Minsitar, and as they just swapped it out.
And yeah, with that I can see a Mincy in the EXP lane, and that will be really annoying for this Fanny. And for this Arlo too, because his King's Calling will be making them stop the Fanny and the Arlo skills, and that will be really game changing. And with this we can just go and dive into the loading screen to check their emblems, and we'll be going in the land of dawn very soon.
As we speak, looks like even Vexana will be annoying as much as how Ruby will be annoying on the side of the gold. And with that, looks like it will be a good match coming in. This is the match between Team Me GS versus Team My Turn Now.
And yeah, and
Welcome to
I'm really
Mobile
interested. Like I'm
Legends!
really waiting for this match, like for the mid games. Like
Five
let's see, like
seconds
which
till the
team is
enemy
doing what.
reaches the
Because
battlefield.
as for
Smash
now, it's
them!
like will be the match will be slow paced
Ultimates deployed!
because this Fanny and Julian has to clear the buffs, and not gonna be slow paced because both of them are early game heroes, so they will be trying to take Granks and the kills and the towers as soon as possible because in the late they have this the team. It's my turn now. Have this Roger and have this Arloth for the late games, and not to mention the Vexana too. And but in the side of Team Needs, there is this Xavier, there is this Ruby who can just sustain a lot of damage, and this Xavier who can just keep keep on stopping them, keep on immobilizing them, and that's something that you don't want to see. So it's better not to drag the games to the late phases.
And that's right, with that, the lethal going on the hands of Julian. Look at that, he just used his enhanced second skill to secure that lethal while Hylos was there trying to stun him, which he couldn't do. But moving on to the top lane, looks like Vixana and Hylos are rotating towards the top lane, while Julian, Xavier, and Ruby are already, along with Lolita, they are already intact. There will be some fight going on. There looks like Hylos will be forced to back out since there are four people in the top lane, and looks like there will be no opening right here at the top lane.
And yeah, with that, Hyalosis Revitalize will be melted just to protect himself. And I can see this Julian going again, giving some damage to this Hylos, but that's not enough. And he will be just poking him and backing off. Okay, Fanny with the throat, but that's not enough damage to kill this Xavier, and he will survive, melting his flicker.
That's right. Looks like the turtle just spawned.
And yeah, and I guess it will be a really free turtle for the Julian, even though Fanny tried, but still there is this level difference coming in because Julian is already level 5 because of the turtle, and his rarity just grows as like really on the high levels. And I can see there was a really nice immobilization coming from this Xavier, but I don't think Ruby will be using her ult. Okay, Ruby used his ult, but I don't think he got the Roger, and Roger will survive and go back to his lane.
And that looks like high loss is level 4 right now at the mark of 2 minutes 45 seconds. With that, Roger will be playing very safe in the top lane. Look at that, Roger trying to evade the skill 1 of Ruby, but that was not possible. It's annoying, like connecting onto the skill and that Roger, but it doesn't do enough damage as we are in the early game and Xavier depends on his items.
And yeah, I can see the Ruby going in and Roger melting his Purifier just to survive that immobilization from the Xavier, and the Hylos and the Roger will be managed to secure, to save the lane and the gold seal too. And I guess that was a real nice game. I can see this Fanny camping onto this and okay, going for the Xavier, and Xavier will go down and Fanny will take the first blood onto the Xavier, and he will be escaping with no problem.
Oh my god, at 3 minutes 40 seconds, are you kidding me? The first blood was taken, and that too by Fanny. Oh, looks like Fanny will be going on to the top lane, trying to farm out, maybe trying to see if Fanny could find someone off guard.
And yeah, but in the team fight, the the team knee has the advantage because of the Xavier and Julian and the Ruby, and that's something that you don't want. So I guess splitting is the best option, and destroying the team fights is. And I can see there's Ruby camping in for this Roger, giving him some damage, but Roger is fighting back, trying okay, you're gonna poke me, so I'm gonna poke you too. And I can see this Hylos starting the turtle, and Julian is just clearing the mid, and he will I guess we are gonna see a really nice turtle fight at this time. Okay, Lolita going in, giving the stun, and it was kind of unconsidered. Okay, that was a glorious pathway coming from Hylos, a really nice ult from the Ruby, and Julian going in with giving a lot of damage, but securing the kill onto this Hylos, but Turtle will go to this Fanny. A nice rotation from this Arnold. The Mincetar was a little slow, and that will cost his team to lose the Turtle and two peoples.
Oh my god, look at that, look at that. Looks like Mincitar is still trying to poke that. There is the King's Call coming in from Mincitar, and the Donald connecting on to that Arlord, but that is not enough. Arlord survives with HP, and he is going back to the base recalling.
And yeah, and that was a really nice team fight coming from the team. Like Vexana's Horrify skill was so perfect, like landing on everyone and making them so low. It was so easy for the Fanny to secure the and get the kill onto that Lolita. And while we speak about that, Fanny has secured a killing spree onto that Mincitar. That was this Fanny is just going crazy. We have seen Fanny in a lot of matches, like he's struggling for the buff, but no, not in this match. This match, the Fanny is like, okay, I'm gonna show you the true potential of my hero now.
And also, look at Fanny's build right now. She did not opt for a side piercer and directly went for the blade of Heptasis. That is very new for me since the looks like there will be a blade of despair or maybe some other item going on since we can see a Legion sword already on the Fanny.
And I can see this Fanny going again with the cutthroat, securing the kill onto this Ruby, and I can see that his team is already there to support him to make sure that Fanny survives, even if the Julian tried his enhanced third skill just to stop that Fanny, but that wasn't enough. She will sustain and she will survive, and I guess the turtle is going to get up in just in a second, and the turtle is up. The Fanny starting the turtle while the Julian, the Lolita, and the Xavier are in the bot lane, so they can secure the tower of the bot lane. But I guess that will be a really nice decision because of the team fight problems. This Vexana is giving a really nice downing light, but that don't have enough damage, and a really nice flicker, and the final slash from this Arlot, and Fanny will be securing the kill onto this Mincetar. And okay, that's something like you don't see in every match, that the perfect coordination of the teammates and the jungler.
Oh, that's right. And on top of that, it's Fanny. Fanny is a very mobile hero. She could just use the cables right and left, and even Hylos couldn't catch it. But with that, Fanny goes in with the cutthroat, pops that retribution onto that Xavier. That's the kill. That is another kill for that Kitty Cutie.
And yeah, that Fanny is just going crazy, and she's already fed because she got the 279 bounty on her head with the 5k gold. But no, actually it's not. Like, I can still see Julian is still ahead of this Fanny with 5,500 gold. Like, while the Fanny is still in 5,200, and Julian goes to 5,800. Oh my god. I mean, after Fanny, even if Fanny has 602 KDA, still the Julian is ahead in gold. That's something that you want from your jungler. Even though the
Oh,
Fanny
that's
is
right.
dominating, your jungler is still managing to keep up, and that was the
Looks like there's another dawning light coming in, but that won't be doing much since Xavier is a mid-game to the late game hero with that. With that, the Hylos trying to give out the vision that the team needs.
And yeah, I can see this Ruby using a really nice arm open the two that Fanny and Hylos, but Fanny will survive with his steel cables. That was a really nice ult from this Ruby, but that was enough. And I can see this Lolita going in, but getting a lot of damage. Okay, the enhance first of the Julian, making that Arlok super low, so he has to back off for now. Oh, I wasn't expecting Julian to give that much of damage to this Arlok. I can see the Roger getting hooked from the Mincetar, and Hylos going in to protect with the glorious pathway. Hylos will go and survive a really nice King's Call from this Mincetar, and Roger and the Vexana will go down. Damn, bro, like that's what I'm talking about. That's what the team, that's what the game we talk about. That's the game that we need.
That's right, and with that, Fanny trying to go in on the side of floor. There's aluminum blocks coming in while there's an enhance. Oh, the shutdown coming in from the Julian, and looks like the Lord will be going down in the hands of Julian along with that triple kill.
I don't think the Lord went down to Julian. Okay, the Lord actually went down.
Oh,
Okay. My bad. Yeah, I like the animations were like that. I thought like the Arlord managed to steal the Lord, but it wasn't. Okay, that was my bad.
oh, and with that, the Lord marching in from the side of bot lane while Julian, Xavier, and along with Ruby, they are trying to push from the top lane, trying to get as much as turrets possible.
And yeah, you just saw like the Julian and this Ruby changing the flow of the match just with one ultimate of this Ruby, and then the Vexana and the Roger were down, and that was a really free and easy lot. And the Fanny goes and tried to secure it, but that wasn't enough. She will be punished for what she did, and she will be taken down. That's the like comeback that I talk about. That's the comeback. Like, even if you have a fat Fanny, you never know that what will happen in the game next.
That's right. Looks like Xavier is trying to go in along with the Mincetar for the Fanny's blue, but looks like the blue will be taken down to the some side where it is possible for them to take it. And there's that hook.
And you saw that Arlott, he used his final slash just to secure the blue of like he just throwed it to, like towards the Fanny, so you will be able to secure it peacefully. That's something that you will be expecting from your EXP lane. Like just to help your buff, he is just using his ult because he knows the CD is kind of low, and you will be helping his jungler to secure the buff that he needs.
That's right, that's right. And there's the dawning light every 10 seconds from left and right. As soon as Xavier getting his ultimate, he is just popping it off. With that, he's trying to get the stacks on, though that Hylos is being trying to see an opening while Julian is on the top lane trying to farm it out, trying to see an opening. Oh, will Arlord be in trouble? Looks like Arlord manages to back off.
And yeah, you are absolutely right. And that's something like we don't really see. And we can see the dawning light securing the kill onto that Vexana. Fanny going in with that cutthroat. Will he be able to secure the kill on the Xavier? But no, Xavier for using his frozen, Winter Crown, and will be surviving, and the Julian going in. But no, this Roger will be securing his kill. But no, Roger will be punished for what he did. And I can see this Ruby going crazy to onto that Arlott. Again, the stun from the immobilization from this Xavier, and the Ruby will, like the Arlott will be taken down. Damn, that team fight was just insane.
Oh, that's right. They are playing it out very, very, how do you say? It's like they have the synergy. Look like the Mincetar ult on right position while Fanny walked right into it with Xavier trying to flicker it out, but looks like he did flicker it into the wall, but the Winter Crowd saved him from the cutthroat. And with that, the Lord, level 2 Lord is up for the grab while Lolita already in the bush will be spotted out by that vision from the side of bot lane. And Fanny also in the bot lane trying to clear those minions, trying to split push because she knows that Mincetar will be a problem for that Fanny.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And I can see this Dave using his Dawning Light and giving some nice damage to this Roger. And the team needs starting the Lord. And I guess it will be an uncontested Lord because the fan is in the base, and Julian will be securing the Lord. And I can see this Hylos is having a lot of problem. Glory Pastor has been used. He's sustaining a lot of damage, but no, that's not enough. He will be falling out. He will die. He will be taken out, and there's another only like connecting to the Vexana, and he gets like almost half of his HP. Not half, like almost 60% of his HP. And I can see this Ruby
Yeah.
just going in now.
We already entered the mid game. Why? Oh, looks like there will be the second kill and the first kill coming in. While Eternal Guard being popped onto that Ruby, but it does not do much on Ruby. Looks like Julian will be taking that Eternal Guard down, and there is another team fight in the bot lane while Roger is making a run for his life.
And yeah, even though Mincetar used his King's Call, but Roger really just purified it out, and I can see this behavior.
Oh,
A really nice literal from the Lolita, and the Hylos goes down. Julian going in for more, and he will be taking a double kill. Xavier with the Dawning Light, another triple kill, and the first match goes to the team Nice.
oh my
Victory!
God, what a match. So Julian played it out very safely. And as soon as he farmed up, he was just taking triple kills upon triple kills. With that, he rightly secures the MVP, dishing out the damage of 30%. And that would be the highest damage damage, while Fanny was almost close to that percentage.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. The Fanny did try his best. He did the early game damage that he would be doing, but that was not sufficient, and he will be taken down a lot of times just because, as we said, this Ruby and this Minsadar made a lot of problem for the Fanny, but no, was like, oh my god, but Vexana like was having the really big like problem because of this Ruby and the Lolita's flicker out. Even though Vexana gave 23% of damage, but they still will be getting that chocolate.
That's right. And to remind you viewers, this is the best of three matches. So stay tuned for more. We will be back, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it to you guys. Share it to your friends. Welcome back, viewers. This is the Legend Unleashed. We are back with the second match.
Still waters run
Looks
deep.
like
Your team is banning.
we are already in the draft, and with
Who
that
said
on
there
the
are no
casting deck
shortcuts in
along with
life?
me, it
I
will
literally
be
invented
none other
one.
than Leon. Hello, welcome, Leon. Please give us a recap about the last game.
In the last game, like that was a really nice gameplay coming in from both of the teams. I will tell that much because the team Knees had the late game comp and the team uh it's my turn now had the
Feed,
early game comp,
Your
but
destroy,
team
still
is
and
banning.
they
conquer.
like kind of messed up in the mid games while the team
Hayabusa,
Knees will be taking
Sanjo.
that
Your
took the
team is
advantage
banning.
and got the farm, got their jungles, and that was really annoying for the Tani to do the damage, to do the splits, to mark the back lines. And let's not talk about the last game, but we'll just go and enter to the drafting phase of this game, deciding game for this team. My turn now. Will be they staying in the tournament or they will be going home after this match?
And with that, we are seeing a very normal bans coming in while Link,
Your
Terizala,
team
the
is
Familiar
Zas,
banning.
Hayabusa, Chip. These were the heroes that were banned in the last game, and that they will be banning in this game also. Looks like they really don't want very annoying mages and assassins on the team. Looks like they really don't want the tanky heroes like the Terizala and the Chip also.
And yeah, you were absolutely right on that. And I can see like pretty common bans coming in from both of the teams, like the OP heroes, the meta heroes that can cause a lot of problem in the team fights. So they're just banning them off. I guess it's a pretty normal bans we're gonna see, or maybe really normal picks like the Tesla, or maybe the Hylos again, or maybe we can see the
The
Fanny
hunt
again.
begins.
Okay,
Your
so they
team
didn't.
is picking.
Actually, I can say the team Mitre now
I
has
see
learned their
lots of
mistakes, like
prey.
Your
because from
team
the
is
last game, the
picking.
Ruby was a really big problem for them. So they will be just banning it off for this match.
My
am more than a
Oh, looks
weapon.
like that is the case while Roger is open, and with that they secure the Roger. But on the other side they secure the Julian within the seconds. They really did not waste any time on that.
Butterflies born by thy
Your
wish,
team is picking.
guided by lantern's light.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. And let's just wait and just see what they are planning to counter this Zuxian and this Julian.
As
Oh, and
fleeting
with
as a
that, Zuxian.
snowflake's
Zuxian was
breath.
banned in the last
It's
game
time to
very
Rise
early
reveal
on.
beyond
it.
the
Looks like
Your
that is not
team
the
surface
is
case in
picking.
this
and
match. While
reignite the
Illusion picks up the
star.
Zuxian. Zuxian is actually pretty annoying in my opinion. You know, with the skill too, she can just pick up the heroes, throw around wherever she wants. I really don't want to be a victim of Zuxian in this meta. With that, we are seeing the uh, big black balls picking up the Yuzhong. Along with the Yuzhong, there's the Lure picking up the Aurora. What do you have to say about that, Leon?
Well,
I am
Aurora
the
will be really
priestess of
helpful to
primal
Your
counter
light,
team
this
is
the
banning.
hunter
Zuxian
of all
and
the
this
evil gods.
Julian too if he landed his free skill on time. But they have this
My
dragon,
mission is to
and
protect
this
Your
dragon
team
lives.
will
is
be making a
banning.
lot of problems for this Zuxian because he will be just diving into his like the dragon form and driving into the backlines, and he would be causing a lot of problem and making them use their resources like the
Light
flickers,
me
maybe
up
the
and
Your
let
purifies,
the
maybe
team
the
is
world
winter
banning.
crown.
burn.
Oh, that's right. And with that, the respect bans are pouring in while Hylos being banned since on the side of blue, they really did not pick out their tank already. So looks like the Hylos will be getting
Sir,
banned. And
what's your
along with
command?
Your
Hylos, it
team
will
is
be the
banning.
Xborg. I know Xborg with the Firaga armor and the last Insanity, he is pretty much strong. He could just stack up, get his shield back, by that minions or maybe that creeps. He is unstoppable with his item as immortality in the third or the fourth item. If he's farmed up pretty much in the game, I think that game goes over to the Xbox. With that, it looks like Xbox will be banned.
And yeah, export is a really big problem. If in the early
For
phases he
honor.
manages to
Your
secure some
team
kills
is
with the
picking.
Firaga armor and with his last insanity, it, it's a really big it's a really big problem for your opponent. Like it's a really big problem for you, not for your opponent. I'm sorry, and that's something that you don't want to see in the phases of the game because even if you have some counters, like still the export will be really tanky to kill, and with that I can see a Tigreal ban coming in from the team knees, and that's something that I wasn't expecting. That there is still some supports that are open that can counter the Tigreal, but I guess they will be going for the Tigreal ban.
Oh, the Tigreal ban is pretty much unexpected, but
I,
oh, looks like
Minotaur,
Your
will
team
finish
is
off what
picking.
was
A minute
left
is getting
undone.
picked. Oh, look at that! With that, the Minotaur going on to the roam for the side of on my turn now, and with that, they are picking up Kaja as the tank, or maybe on oh, since Yuzhong is already on the EXP, so maybe this will be the tank. Oh, what are they planning? What are they cooking right now?
I don't think that they are going for this Kaja because they still need a jungler or maybe a marksman, and Kaja pick is not suitable.
Hoot hoot! Horology is my
Okay,
craft.
a
Diggy is my
Dicky.
name.
And what are we gonna see in the good lane or the jungle? Like this guy, the Skinpachi is over hovering over this grog, but I don't know about the picks. And okay, I guess it is a carry pick coming from Kenpachi or
Sniper
maybe a
ready.
Leslie.
Give
And
me a
okay,
target.
that's
Your
a
team is
Leslie.
picking.
You know, even if they picked up the Leslie, the Roger is not changing his spell. He's already. Oh, look like and with that we got that retribution. Looks like we will be seeing a Roger retribution. The Roger, the jungler in this match. Oh, when with that the last pick coming in from the side of red. They are planning to go over Moscow. Maybe they really need a marksman right now,
I
so they
am
are just trying to
vengeance
see, and with that, they
incarnate.
logged on to that Moscow.
Well, I can say Moskov is a pretty good hero in a team fight if he can position himself really nicely. But I don't think in this match it will be really helpful because they have this dragon, they have this Aurora, they have this Tiggy, and not to mention this Leslie. And Moskov will be having kind of trouble in laning against Leslie if it's a 1v1. Even though it will be a 2v2v, like a 2v2, but the Diggy with his bombs, with his eggs, it's really annoying. He will be just poking them, he will be making them low, and it will be really easy for Roger to secure the kills.
And that's right, but on the downside, Diggy is very, very squishy. If he gets caught between a Zuxian or maybe that Julian, it's over for him. It really needs just maybe one or two combo from Julian to take out that Diggy. But Diggy has come prepared. He already has
Welcome
that
to Mobile
revitalized,
Legends!
trying to get that HP back, that he will be
5
taking that
seconds
damage
till the
from.
enemy
And with
reaches the
that, we are
battlefield.
in the land of
Smash
Dawn.
them!
The jungle is going over to their
Ultra
buffs,
solo!
trying to farm it out as this is the early game. And welcome to the game.
Yeah, and we can see that's a pretty like normal rotation coming from both of the junglers. They're just like taking their red buff, and I guess it will be a little slow paced game from the early stages because I don't think there will be much action unless and until this mean or lands a really nice 4 or 3 man ult, and there is this Julian and this Zuxian too support him back, and I can see Moscow trying to freeze this Leslie's lane while Diggy saw that and came to the help. But is it enough? Will be Diggy helpful in saving the lane of this
Oh, and with
Leslie?
that, looks like Aurora has to pop her flicker out, trying to survive from the clutches of Julian. But in the top lane, look at that. Moscow is being cornered. He is being egged by that Ziggy already.
And yeah, I can see this Julian using his enhanced second, giving a lot of damage to this Roger. And I guess, okay, a first blood coming in from the team. It's my turn now to this Roger. A 0 for 1 trade, and that's something that you don't want. Like in the early phases of the game, if you're losing your jungler, that's a really big problem for you. And the turtle
I
is
think
coming up. Yeah.
I think Kitty Cutie will be dubbed as the first blood killer because in the last game also he was the one taking the first blood, and even in this game again he took the first blood.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. This guy is just like the first blood killer. Okay, the first blood securer, I can say. He secures every single first blood. And Michael, we can see that Julian is taking the turtle, and I can see this dragon and this Roger. A black dragon from popped out. A really nice spear of destiny from this Moscow, but Diggy using his time journey, and Aurora with his frigid of glacier will be securing this turtle, and I can see the dragon having some problem, but Moskov just pushed him away of this Zuxin's lantern. I guess that was a mistake from the Moscow.
That was a pretty much a bad decision, but it's okay. It does happen. While and that actually helped Yuzhong to survive. With that, Moscow will be going on to the top lane, trying to farm his lane again. While there is some lane freezing going on in the bot lane.
And yeah, I can see this Mino is there to help this marksman out, and I can see Aurora and Roger are also there to help their marksman out, and I can see Aurora giving like a lot of damage to this Mino. I don't think like if Mino gets caught onto this Aurora's ult, he will be having a lot of problems, and I guess he will fall down if that happens because he don't have that much of magic sustain to sustain the damage of this Aurora.
Oh, that's right. And Aurora being poked out by the Julian, but Aurora will be surviving. Looks like Aurora was far too away from the clutches of Zuxin as well. While Zuxin already went to the top lane, looks like there's a jump coming in. Oh, that's the time journey used by Diggy already. Look, that was a very early time journey coming in from Diggy. Am I right about that?
I guess the Mino still did pop his ult, and I guess he just got like, oh, okay, maybe he will be using it, maybe Leslie will die. So it's like he was just concerned about that, and he will be just using it. And I can see the Mino going in because he already know like Diggy don't have his ult, and it will be really hard for his team to contest this turtle because Diggy's ult CD is kind of high for the early stages in the game.
Oh,
And
and
while
with that,
we
that
talk
was a.
about
Mhm.
yeah, and while we talk about it, this added securing a solo kill onto that Yuzong. So like the Yuzong will not be able to join the team fight in the turtle, and I can see Julian taking the turtle peacefully, and Aurora with the glacier, and Mino with the Munich Fury securing and helping. But no, Roger will be punishing this Mino, and double kill coming from this Julian, and Moscow with the double kill too. Because okay, not a double kill, but a kill onto that Leslie.
Oh, that was too much going on while they are going in for the mid turret already. With that, they will be. Oh, looks like the minions have just ran out. So they will be backing off. With that, on the top lane, looks like Diggy gets killed in by the hands of that Moscow.
And while in the bot lane, I can see Julian getting a mega kill onto that YZ. I guess it's my turn now. It's really their turn to shine, and I can see the team knees falling to their knees at this point.
That was really a good fun. And with that, Julian is unstoppable. He gets another kill onto that Aurora, while Aurora's passive has been picked off in that last turtle fight. Looks like she will be punished for that.
And yeah, even though Aurora has this early game damage, but still it is a mage, and she don't have that much of mobility or maybe some dash skills to survive, except for her flicker and her passive, which will help her to survive and to sustain a little more. But no, here I can see this Moscow is just free farming. I can see this Roger is there. Moscow will just push him away, and he will just go back to his turret. So he will be safe. And here I can see there is three peoples in the mid lane. Aurora will be defending. I guess she will be able to defend, but she just melts her ult while the turtle is coming in 5 seconds, and she don't have his Aurora don't have his ult. And I can see this Julian going in for the Diggy, but no, the Diggy will be escaping. But no, that's not the case here anymore because the Zuxian takes the kill off this Diggy, and he will fall down. The turtle is still up, and it's a really free turtle and a mid lane for the team. It's my turn now.
And with that, looks like there's a Black Dragon form coming in from Yuzong, but that will be interrupted by that Edith, and Edith securing that kill onto that Yuzong.
And yeah, but you saw that like the Roger was in the bot lane trying to take the tower, but no, the Zuxian rotated really nicely. And here I can see the enhanced out of this Julian's first skill will make this Diggy really low, and I can see the Kenpachi having some problem in clearing the minions in the top lane, while this Mino and this Moscow are just camping here, and Leslie using his ult just to get the vision, but is it enough to protect the tower? And I guess they will be able to defend. And while the Julian invading the blue buff of this Roger,
No, that's right. And on the side of Team Blue, looks like they are really a delayed game hero team composition. They really are in the mid game right now, and that is not the time to shine. Looks like they will be needing to go on to the late game to get that. Oh, but there is that enhanced skill coming in from Julian. But looks like they will be backing off since they really don't have the farm to fight it out for now. And with that, the lane has been taken by that Edith.
and yeah, you're absolutely right. And I can see the Moscow was there in the bot lane and the use Wiser and The Roger were camping so that they could secure the kill onto that Moscow, but there was minion waves from the mid lane and they had to go to defend the tower.
And also look at Julian right now. Julian and Ed are already in the side of the Lord, while the Lord will be spawning in less than 10 seconds. And you look at Brookshin doing the work that she is supposed to do, while there is that ultimate coming in from Leslie trying to give them the vision, but it won't do much damage as expected.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. And I can see that this team Mitre now is taking the turtle, and I mean the Lord. And I guess it will be a pretty uncontested Lord from the team East because of the goal difference. Because it's already 6k goal difference, and you don't want to mess with a team who's ahead in gold and the experiences.
That's right. And look at the score right now. Pretty uneven. That is a very bad score compared on the blue side. Oh, with that, look, the flicker will be burned off by that Aurora trying to escape, and she does escape.
And yeah, I can see the Lord is marching in from the top lane, and you can see the Mino is kind of low, but I guess he has this healing abilities and he will be recovering all his HP in no time. I can see this Leslie using his stealth skill just to conceal herself and to escape, while Moscow will be just easily taking a tower off the bot lane.
Oh, that's right. I'm really worried how they will be defending because on the blue side they really don't have a marksman that can dish out the continuous damage. While Leslie depends on to that energy bar she has. Oh, looks like there is some damage coming in from that Moscow. While Julian is chasing that Roger already. There's a black dragon form coming in from Yuzhong trying to survive, trying to go back because they know the Lord is coming. They really need to defend this Lord while Yuzhong goes on to that already. There's a knockup coming on to that. The primal was coming in while Yuzhong is in trouble. That is the kill for that Julian.
That was you saw that like that was a really nice five panel coming in from this Aurora, but that was not enough. And I can see this Moskov just giving them so much of damage that it had forced to back off. But that ult of Aurora, that was a game changing ult. Only if they had enough gold, they had enough farm just to execute the kills. But no, they don't have it, and they will be forced to back off.
Oh, and with that, they successfully defended the Lord. That was the one thing I was worried about because this game could be very close to the end and without any inhibitors going off.
And yeah, but still, the innovator seals are really off. Like the innovators who don't have the seal, don't have the clearing power anymore. And the Lord is coming up in 30 seconds, and it will be a really enhanced Lord. And that will be really hard to defend, even though the team Knee has this Aurora and has this Roger. If only if the Aurora manages to connect her out to four peoples like she did last time in the team fight in the top lane, that would be a really game changing moment.
And that's right, they are entering into the late game very soon. Will Leslie be getting farmed up? The CC coming in from Aurora is point on while while Diggy is trying to give them the support, some support from the revitalize and also the time journey. That is the ultimate skill from that Diggy. With that, looks like Roger will be split pushing and will be getting spotted on with that sphere of destruction, and he goes down in the hands of Moscow in the 1v1. Roger could not snowball the game. Roger is having pretty much the trouble trying to kill that Moscow itself.
And yeah, we thought like the Roger will be the one snowballing the game, but it's really opposite right now. He's the one who is getting snowballed by the enemies. And I can see the Lord coming in from the mid lane, and the mid lane tower will go down. And I can see this Vixen using his ult, and Diggy's time journey being used again. Nino with the Mionic Fury, they're getting this Diggy, two people, and this Dragon going down on the hands of Moscow, and the win goes to we the team red. It's none other than the team.
Victory!
It's my turn now, and it was their turn to shine, and they will bring the team knee GS to their knees.
And with that, the score being 1-1, we will be entering the last match of the day very soon after a short break. But look at the MVP right now. Julian taking home that MVP. And also in the last match, it was the enemy Julian from the side of Team NES. But looks like Julian will be picked off in this match.
I literally invented one.
Hello, viewers. Welcome back. This is the Legends Unleashed. We are back again with the last match as the score was 1-1 between Team Me, GS, and my turn now. Looks like Julian will be taking that MVP from the last game, and with that, we are back again in the draft.
Butterflies
Will we be
born by thy
seeing the
Fortune
same
wish,
is
draft along with
buried.
the
guarded by
Julian band
lantern's light.
again, Leon?
Yeah, we can
Your
see the
team is
normal
banned.
bands here coming up like this chip, the Hayabusa, and the Zuxian because in last
I
month the
am
Zuxian was the really
more
big
Your
than
problem,
a
team is
weapon.
banning.
and the Julian too, and we saw like the Julian giving in a lot of damage, going in and out with his second skill. That was a really annoying for the team knees, and I guess they are not gonna do the same mistake again, and they will be taking out this Julian and the Egyptian out of this match.
And with that, Hayabusa and Chip, that's the standard ban we are seeing from match one and also on the match two. With that, I think we will be seeing a Terizla ban very soon, along with a Zast and also maybe a Link ban.
The
I'm pretty
hunt
not sure with
begins.
that.
Your
And
team is
and with that, they
banning.
are picking off the Ruby. Oh, I did forget about the Ruby. Ruby was pretty annoying in the match one, but from the match two, she has been banned out, and it is the match three already, and again she is banned.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. As we saw, like in the first match, Ruby was the main problem for the team. It's my turn now, and
Still
they're not
waters
gonna do the
run
same
deep.
mistakes again, and
Your
they will
team
be
is
taking out
picking.
this Ruby, while the team Knees will be taking out this Ling, and we will go to the picking phase of the game, and the first pick is of the team mm, uh, Knees.
Oh, that was
No, I'm
oh,
sorry, not the Knees.
that's
Uh,
my
yeah,
my turn now.
yeah.
And with that, we will be seeing a Minotaur pick again, or maybe some Zask. Oh, looks like Zask is open. Look at that, Zask is not
Feed,
being banned out,
Your
destroy,
and they
team
up.
is
and
picking.
And
conquer.
as I mentioned, they did pick out the Zask as the first
I
pick
see lots
of
of
the match.
prey.
And yeah, as we all know, this Zask is so annoying because of his ultimate and the continuous poke that he can
Your
provide. And
team is
while we
picking.
talk about this Zask, there is this Roger and a Tarantula coming out from the team knees.
Light me up
Those
and
are
watch
pretty
the
solid
world
bands, okay, but
burn!
no time wasted. And there is a export pick from the team Mitre now. And what do you think they were gonna pick now?
Uh, Maybe some jungler. Looks like a jungler is missing, and they are not going in for the tank pretty early on. And this was I was observing this from the first and two matches, or maybe some EXP. I'm not. It looks like a beast easy will be playing on the
I
EXP, but
am vengeance incarnate.
Egborg. Jungle would be preferred in this match according to the team comp, but I'm not sure if that will be the swap coming in at the end moment or not. And with that, looks like Moscow is picked. It is again a Moscow game.
And yeah, we saw in the last match the Moscow was giving them a lot of problems while he was using his fear of destiny to go back to the backlines and marking them with his inspire. And now we are on the picking phase and still in the picking phase, and it's the pick of the knees. And what do you think they are gonna pick to counter this Borg, this Moscow and this Sask?
Hey, are they going to counter it with Mia? Oh, there's just like 3 seconds
Sniper
left on
ready.
to the counter,
Give me
but
a
looks like it
target.
will be
Your
Leslie
team is
again
banning.
trying to counter that. Moscow, will Leslie be successful this time trying to counter it out, trying to poke that Moscow?
I will protect you.
Your team is banning.
And yeah, and with this, I can see a Lolita band coming in from the team knees. And let's see what the team Mitre
As
now has to
fleeting as a
offer with that ban.
snow's
Your
And
fleet,
I
team
your
guess
is
they will be
banning.
banning.
banning this
As
Aurora because
timeless
we
as a
saw in the last match
glacier's
Aurora
heart.
was a big problem for them, and it was like her uh, frozen skills with her ultimates is like a really bad
My mission
engage in the
is
team
to
fight.
protect
Your team
lives.
is banning.
I know, right? Looks like that is the case. Looks like High Loss will be banned along with that. Aurora was dishing out a pretty much good, decent amount of CC from the skills that she has, and along with that, but her team couldn't give out
I
the
didn't
damage
cure the
that she
pain.
needed.
Your
She was
team
just
is
as
picking.
playing as a support role, so giving out the damage, trying to freeze them out, trying to give them the CC, but Aurora does not have that pretty much high damage input. With that, they will be banning out Valentina as well.
And yeah, because Valentina can easily copy this source code and it will be making a lot of problems for the team knees. And I can see there is another time there is a
This
Leslie
time,
pick. And what do you
Your
this
think is
choice
team
gonna
is
is
happen?
mine.
picking.
Okay, and Leslie and a Xavier. A Xavier, as we know, is a late game scaling hero. Same goes for this Leslie. I guess the team Biter now should just go for the early game hero so that they can dominate the map real easily.
Oh, that's right. They are going in with a Nolan.
Swivel.
Well,
Swing.
and Kitty Cutie again
Flash.
with the
Not
Fanny. We will
bad.
be seeing a pretty much solid cables coming in by Kitty Cutie. Oh, I must say that Kitty Cutie is a pretty much a good Fanny player, trying to take down the backline players, trying to dish out. Oh, will we be seeing another first coming in
For
by Kitty
honor!
Cutie?
Your team is picking.
And yeah, I guess Kitty Kitty, like we saw in the first match too, his Fanny was something really you should be praising, and that was a really nice game. But I guess they had some mistakes, they had some problems, and the Ruby really annoyed the Fanny way too much. So see, this time there is no Ruby in the game, and there
I shall
is
succumb to my
only okay,
power!
and there is this Kufra that is a really big counter to this Fanny. But I guess let's see in the match, like what this Fanny has to offer in this match.
Oh, look at that. In the first game, to remind you guys, there was this Minster countering that Fanny, but in this match, they picked on to that Terizla very early on. and there will be no Minsita trying to take Kitty Cutie down. While there is a Kufra, if Kufra manages to get his Triumph's Rage along with his second skill directly onto that Fanny, it will be trouble for that Fanny.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right on that. I guess the Fanny has to his counters on the team, but I guess at the end of the day, it's like on the team fights, and how the Fanny is able to counter that Kufra's ball and will go to the backlines to mark this Xavier.
Oh, that's right. And along with that, the Roger really has to snowball, or it will be as good as the last game
Welcome
that
to
we
Mobile
just saw.
Legends!
The Fanny, sorry, not the Fanny, but the
5
Roger dying
seconds till
into
the
a
enemy reaches
Moscow
the
in a
battlefield.
1v1 situation.
Smash them!
That was pretty much bad. If Roger is not able to snowball this game again, it will be over for them. And with that, we are in the land of Dawn, where the jugglers are going onto their buffs and the EXP laners in the EXP lanes and the gold laners in the gold lane.
And yeah, in the early phases, I guess we will be seeing a crank because they have this Fanny, they have this early game setups, they have this high lows. So yeah, why not? Why not go for early game, like early game domination with this S-Borg? They will be making a lot of plays in the early game, I believe it.
Oh, with that, Tigreal and Zask is just denying that minions to that Xavier while there is a fight for the Leto and looks like Kitty Cutie with the cables again trying to take down Roger. Looks like Roger will be proceeding ahead to taking that buff. Will this buff be stolen from that Roger? That could be possible. Looks like there is a support coming in from Kufra, but Kufra will be stand against that wall and that flicker coming in from Kufra trying to save himself.
And yeah, I'm really sorry before I just mentioned the high lows, but it is actually the Tigreal. So please forgive me for my mistakes. And let's just go into the
First
game. And okay,
blood!
again, Fanny with the control. Again, the first blood for this. Oh my god, this kitty cutie. 3 matches and 3 first bloods. That's something to praise. This guy is something else.
I know, right? And to remind you, viewers, Kitty Cutie took the first blood onto that Xavier, and this is happening again. Look at that. And moments like this, you really guys need to share it out. Please bring in your friends, and let's all enjoy this match. While Kitty Cutie with the cables and the retribution trying to entertain us.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. The 3 matches, and this is the only guy who's getting the first blood. Like no sweat at all. And I can see the Kufra charging into the Zast, but he don't have his ult. And even though he would have used his ult, the Xavier don't have enough damage to secure the kill onto that Zast.
And with that, looks like Tigreal in the position. He is level 4 already. There's the Triumph's revenge coming in from Tigreal, spotting out that Tigreal, looks like Tigreal will be pushing out. There's an implosion coming in onto that Kufra, and the Dominators descend onto that Kufra as well.
And yeah, you are absolutely right. While the Fanny is getting another kill onto the Xavier, but this time she will be punished for what she did, and Roger will be securing the kill onto the Fanny for playing so aggressive. And in the bot lane, I can see that Tesla having a little problem leaning against that export, that fire guy who's just poking the fire onto him, maybe burning his clothes.
Oh, that's right. In the last game, it was the Aurora with the ice, and in this game, it's the Xbox with the fire burning it up. Looks like the turtle will be spawning in less than 35 seconds. With that, Zask already in the top position, trying to get that Leslie, maybe a Leslie, or maybe that Kufra. But looks like Kufra will be spotted out, and the uh, Spawn doing enough damage onto that Kufra.
And yeah, like Frost has his early game priorities, and can see Fanny with the steel cable going in for this Leslie, but no, the Leslie will back off, and Fanny's buff is not there. Its buff is out, and I guess the Fanny will be going for the buff. And after that, we will be seeing a really nice battle fight.
Oh, that's right. That's the ultimate coming in by that Leslie onto that Moscow. Moscow will be spotted out while he goes on to his lane trying to farm it out. And look at Xbox giving. That's the Xbox and even the Terizla giving them the support that the junglers need. With that, the Spear of Destruction connecting onto the Terizla, but looks like Moscow will be playing it safe since he is also another late game hero. The total is being very low. Who will win the Battle of Retribution? Looks like Kitty Cutie will be taking that turtle home. That was the first turtle of the match, and it goes to Kitty Cutie.
And yeah, that's not the first title, but it was the second title of the match, and it goes to
Oh,
Cutie. Yeah, and this I can see in top lane the Moscow is having some problem at dawning light onto that Moscow, but not enough damage. Oh, a really nice ult from the Tigreal. The flicker is being melted from this uh, Leslie, and Cutthroat going into that Kufra, and he will be surviving. Okay, a really nice ult from this Moscow, but he just missed by a millimeter, and I can see the Xavier rotating and will be immobilizing them, but it is not enough. And still, the win goes to the team. It's our turn now, and the fan is securing the tower with giving them a lot of damage, so they will have to back off.
oh my God! Look at that. Xavier going back to the base, trying to get his mana up, while Leslie joins the team fight in the mid lane. There is a five man everyone, I mean, there were like five of them in the mid lane. With that, they will be swapping out lanes. Is that the case? No, looks like that is not the case here. While Fanny is trying to look into someone, trying to see, oh, that's the Xavier. Oh, with the flicker, he flickers out to the other side, and Xavier is safe.
And yeah, while we talk about that, like this Leslie and this Roger are trying to get the top lane because in the mid lane they couldn't have done much. And I can see this Fanny going in and with the retribution, and the top lane is being secured with just a little HP. And Lord is still there, and Fanny still don't have his retribution. Will they be doing Lord? I guess they will be doing Lord because they have this goal advantage of 3k, and they have this Tigreal to zone them out. They have this Moskov to pull them and like to push them out, and this Xborg with his Rega armor and his last insanity.
Look at the synergy. While Moscow, sorry, not Moscow, the Xbox came out to help out that jungler. Zast went to the bot lane trying to save his lane. With that, Zast will be in the bot lane while he will be joined with the conceal and a flicker play coming in, and that's the implosion by that Tigreal, and that would be the Roger going down in the hands of Moscow. Oh, that is just what happened last game, and it is happening again with that the dodging light connecting onto that Dusk and they will, but it won't do enough damage as Xavier actually needs his items up.
And you're absolutely right. Well, this Fanny, oh my god, dodging that first skill from this Kufra and going to his blue buff while this Moskov is just free farming here and there. While this Xavier has to still build his items and he's having a really bad 0 to 0 KD just because of this Fanny who's not letting him come out, who's not letting him come out of the towers. He has to hug the tower and he has to stay. And still the Fanny is a threat for him if the Kufra is not near.
I know, right? And with that, the Kufra going in the bush trying to get some information. Looks like he will be going back, trying to see some openings again. While there is a charge on to that Fanny, but Fanny survives. That is Tigreal trying to get an implosion, but looks like there will be no one in that area.
Yeah, and I can see the Kufra charging, but I don't think he will be going because he knows that they are underfarmed and it will be causing them a big problem. Here I can see Roger clearing the top lane so he can just take the tower, and Moskov is already okay. Moskov hitting the spear of destiny onto that Roger. Fanny is there. Will he go for the kill for this Leslie? But I don't think Fanny is going. Instead, they are just going for the Lord while Moskov is clearing the top lane. Roger is really low and he will be forced to back out of the Lord fight and he have to go to that base.
And look at Igbo right now with the Firaga armor and the spawn that Zast just deployed. They are just taking down the Lord by themselves. They literally took a lot of HP from that Lord while Fanny joins the Lord fight. And with the retribution secures that Lord, that is the level 1 Lord for you guys. The Lord already being secure on the side, so they will be trying to clear the minions on the top lane or maybe the bot lane and just wait for the Lord to spawn.
And yeah, you're absolutely right on that. I can see the Fanny going in, but he will be not going for the kills because the Lord is up and I mean the Lord is marching in from the bot lane and he has to stay alive. So he can give that output. He can mark the back lines while Tigreal. Okay, that's a two-man ult from the Tigreal, and both of them will go down the Roger and the Kufra and the triple kill for this Fanny while you will be settled down from this Leslie.
Oh, that I mean, just right before the Lord, you just secured a double kill. That is a big W for the team on the side of blue. But with that trade, looks like the Lord will be spawning in, marching down from the bottom lane while they are trying to get the inhibitor. And Moscow, sorry, not Moscow, Xbox already onto that top inhibitors. That is the two inhibitors taken down. That will be the bot and the top lane inhibitors.
And yeah, and the mid lane inhibitor is going really low. I guess this is a really tough match for the team knees, and I can see the team. We are. It's our time now. It's just. Oh my god, I have no words. Like it's a such a nice gameplay coming in from the Fanny, from the Moskov, and from the Tigreal. Not to mention this Borg. So like because of this Borg, they are not so confident enough just to grind, just to go in because he knows that the boss less insanity will just force them out of the team fight, and they don't want to get low. So the Fanny will use his steel kills just to secure the low HP kills.
Oh, that's right. And with that, they will be going in for more. Looks like Zast is already in the position where the spawn giving out the vision that the Zast needs. While he is going back, recalling, looks like he will be very low. He will be recovering his HP very soon and coming back to that lane. Oh, looks like there's some cable play coming in from Fanny, but Fanny will not be spotting out anyone.
And yeah, you are absolutely right on that. And I can see the Lord is up like in just few seconds. And we will. What do you think? Like, will the team knees will come for this Lord fight? Will they contest for the Lord, or they will just try to defend it because they have the Xavier and Xavier only have sadly two items, and that's really disadvantage for him. And I can see a 8k gold difference coming in from the team and the Lord is up. Fanny and Moskov going in with the Xborg, like a 5-man people just gather for this Lord. I guess it will be uncontested Lord for now. Let's just wait. Only if the Xavier can steal this Lord with his Dawning Light. Oh my God, that
Oh,
was actually a perfect Dawning Light, but the fan is with his retribution will secure it.
I was very close to that. Kitty Cutie got very lucky with the retribution, and the Lord already spawning from the bot lane. And look at Expo right now. He is trying to zone out the Roger, who is trying to clear out the lanes, just making sure the minions won't be pouring in. Will we be seeing a flicker implosion coming in by Trivial? Trivial trying to get an opening, but it is not happening while the mid inhibitor goes down in the hands of the minions in Moscow. The Lord marching in, that is the flicker implosion coming in from Tigreal at the Xavier taking a kill. I mean, not the Xavier, but a Fanny taking that kill, and looks like the base was exposed and the base will be taken down.
Yeah, with this, the win goes to the team. It's our turn now, and they will be sorry, my turn now, and they will be proceeding up in the tournament. While sadly, Team Knees will be going home. They will not be going up anymore because that, I don't know. Like I guess that was a miscalculations of the gameplays. Like not miscalculations, but mis communications. Like I saw like a lot of times Cooper getting peoples, but his team is not there just to execute the kills.
Well, that's right. And look at Zast right now. He just secured that MVP, but without any kills and without any deaths, just pure assists. With 6 assists on the line, and he secures that MVP. Damn.
And yeah, as you can see, the damage dealt of this Zast is like 36%, and that's the highest damage dealt in this team. And with the 75 team fight participation, the same as this Fanny. And I guess that's a really deserving MVP for this Zast. Like, we didn't really force onto this Zast, like, concentrate him, didn't, like, we didn't really concentrate on him that much, but I guess he was the real one who's giving the damage and making the plays for his team.
I know, right? But on the other hand, look at Xavier even dishing out 36% of the damage. That is the same damage as a Moscow, I mean, Zach still getting a bronze. That is truly a sad sight to see. But it's okay. This is just the Mobile Legends 5v5 game. We will be back after no, we will be back tomorrow because this was just the last game of the day. But fret not, there will be more exciting matches like today lining up. So stay tuned and do like, subscribe, and share.